Oh na 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 na. Watch out. Watch me far away, see me far away. Shabbat, tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Authentic vein and defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have sense. Oh na 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 na. Watch out. Watch me far away, see me far away. Shabada, tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Authentic vein and defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, you go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I talk. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. How na day? I don't come to speak my mind with no delay. Let them know say una eyes clear about una way. Watch out, many things they happen in that country you dey. So some people trouble upon people every day. Even when you dey, you go talk say you know dey. I need to understand why this one about. I need to understand why this truth apart. The promise that we got and nationalize. The promise we will live and no complaints. Somebody watch me far away, watch me far away, see me far away, see me far away. Tell me what you saw. I will show you what I have, because I have myself. Authentic vein and defense. Make you watch my back. Now wait till you they see, yeah. Unless you have the sense, you go like to pretend. Do not run away. Kind of sober than you. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I talk. That is why I say, that is why I say, that is why I am. Samada, cha cha cha, kick I come back again to tell people say, now here we dey, we don't come to stay. I say no retreat, no surrender. We're living big, but no arrange. Look at the soldiers killing innocent Biafrans every day. Look at Islam is killing innocent Christians every day. It depend me, yo. It depend me, yo. It depend me, yo. Chupoki kogama. Matoranyo se maka. Matoranyo se maka. I know ginaka. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. That is why I say. That is why I talk. That is why I know. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Mohamadike one Biafra nile Anyị sigi gaba n'iru Onye aka ya dọcha Weli feneme Onye nna ya na-eju n'oyi na-ejukwu kwa mawaja You are whiter than snow Okwu gị bụ eziokwu We stand where you stand We say no secret trial Onyinye Chukwu Ezosika Osiki Mohamadike No secret trial Prophet Yahweh's young Osiki Mohamadike Osiki Jisike Matus Ejike Koli Osiki One day Buje Bije Sikwa no weli feneme O weli fenafio O weli fenako Ezi one name Victor Chimezie Okorochukwu Igbo Network Television London Osiki Jisike Na hakugi nazu Biafra nile Gedine nuwa Asiki gabaniru No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial No secret trial Hey! Tile Watch me far away See me far away Tell me what you saw I will show you what I have Because I have myself, oh Then think say na defense, oh Make you watch my back Now wait till you they see, yeah Unless you have the sense, oh You go learn to pretend, oh Do not run away Kind of That is why I say That is why I say That is why I talk That is why I say That is why I say That is why I know That is why I say That is why I say That is why I talk That is why I say Where are my socks, man? Let me feel it. Sample. I like the way you blow. Now so it don't clear for their eyes. Biafra we become like this. Them never know say Biafra we come like this. They never know, they never know. Biafra we come like this. They never sabi say oh. Biafra we come like this. They never realize oh. Biafra we come like this. They never know, they never know. Biafra we come like this. They never know say. Biafra we come like this. I say them never know say no no no. Biafra we come like this. They never know, they never know, they never know, they never know, they never know. Biafra we come like this. Sometimes I wonder why some people just they move themselves. Nigerian government, they just say yeah themselves.
Ofondi Igbo niile asị gị binye, ofondi mmiri asị gị binye, ofondi ikuku asị gị binye, eze nwanyị osimiri asị gị binye, eze nwanyị nwanyị ebe asị gị binye, eze nwanyị idodi igwu na asị gị binye, eze nwanyị amambara asị gị binye, eze nwanyị osimiri nji aba asị gị binye, eze nwanyị ala Igbo niile asị gị binye, eze nwanyị ọgba asị gị binye, eze nwanyị anike wawa asị gị binye, oke arụsị na n'ike jụrụ nwaanyị aga asị gị binye n'oge akara aka eluo igirigi ọgụ mmụọ asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike asị m dododo unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijireji efola asị m unu binye unu bịa tara ọjị na chijireji efola nna nna anyị ochie mere ọ ga-achọkwa nwa dike mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Igbo dị ndụ, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dị ndụ, asị m mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka ụmụ Biafra dị ndụ, asị m unu binye n'oge akara aka eluo asị m na gboo dike mbọsị ihe ike mere ọ ga-achọ nwa dike. Ọ sị na mberede nyiri dike na mberede ka o ji ama nwa dike. Ọya ka m ji akpọ unu n'isi ọhamadike bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya nwa bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu otu mkpụrụ anya ji isi ụgwọ otu ọnụ na-ekwuchitere mba niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri na-agba n'oge nke ya asị m unu binye n'isi ya nye ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike napụta ya na eke, napụta ya na orie, napụta ya na afọ, napụta ya na nkwọ asị m na ahịa akara aka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ, na ahịa akara aka agaghị eri Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asị m unu gaa napụta Nnamdi Kanu na eke, napụta ya na orie, napụta ya na afọ, napụta ya na nkwọ asị m mee ka ọnụ niile kwụrụ njọ n'isi atụgharịa kwụ mma ka ọnụ kọrọ ogiri ọnụ kọrọ ogiri lacha Chukwu okike abịa ama onye jiri mmiri siri ike kpọọ aja were aja siri ike kpọọ mmadụ asị m na taata bụ ụbọchị eke n'ala Igbo asị m na eke ga-eketara Nnamdi Kanu ndụ, eke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe, oke ga-eketara ya ndụ, oke ga-eketara ya Biafra, oke ga-eketara ya nwere onwe, oke ga-ekegburu ya ndị iro, kegburu ya ajọ mmadụ na ajọ mmụọ asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ekwensu ga-anọ n'ụra, ndị ilu ya ga-anọ n'ụla, ọkwa na ekwe osu asị m gịnị bụ ekwe osu? Asị m na mbọsị ọ ga-apụta ya bụ ndị ilo ga-anọ n'ụra, ọha bụ ndị ọha nwa bụ ekwesu asị m na ha ncha ga-anọ n'ụra, na Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi Kanu ga-apụta n'ike na ebube asị m na ọnụ kwụrụ njọ n'isi ya ga-atụgharịkwọ mma asị m ọbịara igbu Nnamdi Kanu gbuo onwe ya. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị adị ndụ, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Onye si na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, onye a ga-eji anazere mmiri. Ọnụ niile kwọrọ ogiri ọnụ ga-akọrọ ogiri lacha, osisi abụla oturu ga-emeche wee kwele. Onye asị na Nnamdi Kanu agaghị apụta, asị m na ọnụ ahụ iji wee kwuo ya na ike ejikwa ya wee kwugharịa mma n'isi ya asị m na ebe onye ahụ na-atụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu aka, asị m aka gị ga-akpọnwụ osisi ahụ fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu wee tọọ nkwe, asị m ikuku futuo gị anya ọbụla fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu kwawa akwa alịla, asị m alịla akọrọ ya n'anya onye fụrụ Nnamdi Kanu cheta ihe gburu nwa ya, ihe gburu nwa ya gbuo ya, maka na ọ bụrụ ya gburu nwa gị Chukwu okike abịa ama asị m na mberede nyiri dike, mberede ka o ji amawa dike asị m na okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose, ọ dadị ukwu ose enu na okirikiri ka ndị iro ga-agba Nnamdi Kanu mana ha ama mkpata ya aka ọ sị na nkirikiri ka ọ na-ekiri odido jiri odido enyi ozu na ọkwado nkirikiri ka ndị iro ga na-ekiri ya mana ha ama mfụ ya anya asị m na-eje anaba isi ije asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-eje na ọ ga-ana asị m na inye anaghị eri ọba maka na inye na ọba bụ nwanne inye agaghị eri Nnamdi Kanu maka na ọ bụ nwi asị na Nnamdi Kanu ga-adị ka echi anaghị agwụ agwụ maka na ije ejere bụ ije mmiri, ọ bụla eje nkụ asị na ya bụ ije ga-abụ ije mmeri asị m na ọ ga-anata n'udo asị m na ọ ga-abata sirili welere asị m na unu ga-aga kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu, asị m unu ga-akpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu, gaa kpọnatara anyị Nnamdi Kanu, gaa tụnye ugo, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, gaa nye ya mmeri, tụnye ugo n'elu ugo, nye ike n'elu ike, nye ya ndụ n'elu ndụ. Ọkwanụ ndụ ka o ji efu n'efufe. Unu nye Nnamdi Kanu ndụ, onwe ike wee kwụrụ jinjin, onwe ike wee kwụrụ wee fuo n'ofufe. A sị na ya kara ka anaghị eri nwa ngwụrọ. Ihe mere ha ji jide Nnamdi Kanu bụ gaa nwee ike wee megide ndị Igbo, gaa nwee ike megide ụmụ Biafra, gaa nwee ike wee kwuchie anyị ọnụ, ka ha nwere ike wee kachi anyị ọnụ, ka anyị ghara ikwu okwu ọzọ. Mana ama m na dododo Chukwu okike abịa ma ndị nwa na ndị nwe mmiri, ndị nwe ikuku, ndị nwe anyanwụ, mmụọ nna nna anyị ochie, mmụọ niile nwụrụ anwụ ka anyị dị ndụ, mmụọ niile ọ kwafọrọ ọbara ha n'ike maka ihi Biafra. Asị m unu binyenu, asị m unu dododo na ọkwa na unu bụ ihe nwe ike a, ọkwa na unu ga-eji ọgụ mmụọ a, ọkwa na unu ga-aga buori ahịa, ọkwa na unu ga-aga napụta ya maka na ihe ọ tinyere unu n'aka anaghị ele ule. Asị m dododo igiriga ọgụ mmụọ. Eze nwaanyị niile nọ n'ala Igbo, mmụọ niile nọ n'ala Igbo, asị m unu binye, maka na onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị aṅụ mmiri, onwe onye nọ n'ụwa na-anaghị eri nnu. Nnu bụ ihe ụtọ si na mmiri wee pụta. Onye ọbụla na-eri ihe na-eri ihe dị na mmiri. Onye na-asa arụ ji mmiri asa arụ. Onye ọbụla na-eme ihe ọbụla ọ na-eme ji mmiri eme ya. Asị m ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme n'ụwa, mmiri ọ na-ebubu ụzọ. Asị m onye ọbụla kpọrọ mmiri asị na mmiri a ga-agbagbu ya. Asị m onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla fụrụ mmiri n'anya ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-awụsa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye ọbụla mmiri na-emesa n'arụ ga-afụ Nnamdi Kanu n'anya. Onye na-aṅụ mmiri na-eli nnu, asị m na ọnụ anyị ji wee lie nnu wee ṅụọ mmiri na ị ga-eji akwa okwu ọma n'isi Nnamdi Kanu n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ama. Aja ala Igbo niile ụkpaka na-agba n'udu mmiri.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 28th day of October 2022. Today is the 28th day of October 2022. Being a kede, tatabo bochieke. In our own calendar, tatabo bochi ahieke. Yamene, I am saluting each and every one of you hearing my voice today. We are here live and direct. We are here live and direct in this hallowed platform because this is where we worship. This is where we worship. Do not forget that there will be question and interactive series on the 31st day of October 2022. On the 31st day, as usual, featuring Mazi Sanwo-Olu. He will answer and talk about on these topics. Abuja likely to fall in the hands of Islamic jihadists any moment as revealed by US-UK governments. Economic blockade looming against the eastern region, that is Biafra land. IPOB ESN will never tolerate criminality by Nigerian security agents and other criminals in Biafra land. It will be on the 31st October 2022, and the time as usual 7:30 p.m. BT. Therefore, do not miss it. Once again, our Radio Biafra interactive program, question and answer session, featuring Mazi Sanwo-Olu on a special program on Radio Biafra. The date is on the 31st October 2022, being I think Monday. Time 7:30 p.m. as usual. We must continue. Today, I once again welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa Service, where we shall continue to propagate the gospel of liberation, the gospel of freedom, the gospel of emancipation. We are doing everything legal because self-determination is under both international and local laws. Self-determination is under international and national laws. We are not doing anything against that is illegal. People should understand this. What the caliphate is doing is only intimidation. Intimidating people into silence, into not understanding their right. Do you understand? Therefore, normally, no type of intimidation should make you forget your right or who you are. There is no excuse, and there should be no excuse. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Today is a K-Market Day in our land, 28th day of October 2022. Today, I will be talking on the current affairs, issues concerning insecurity in the zoo called Nigeria. Abuja is about to fall, according to the revelations of United States and UK, the creator of Nigeria, their intelligence, because they listen to every conversation. They listen, Uncle Sam, they are listening to everything, so they know. When they tell you this is going to happen, do not even doubt it. We shall talk about that, which is going to be the mainstream of our discussions. Therefore, before I go into that, I will go into reading some news that made headlines. Some news that made headlines before I go into the discussion, because it is going to be a kind of also interactive. I will allow people to call and speak up. Okay. Let me start this. In their political gimmicks, according to today's court or court proceedings, these ones they are doing is a film cinema, because the appeal court has delivered their verdict. Now, what they are doing is illegal detention of our leader. Immediately, the appeal court delivered those verdicts, discharged and acquitted. The Fulani Caliphate transferred those the judges, the 3 judges that made that decision. They transferred them to show that they are, Nigeria is a feudal system. Every time you are calling Federal Republic of Nigeria, you hold the passport written on top is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why are you deceiving yourself? Do you know what is federalism? Federal Republic. A federalism, a people's property that is federalized. You understand? People are semi-autonomous regions or states, as the case may be in Nigeria. But does anything of that nature happen? The answer is no. So Nigeria is fake. Nigeria is a pack of lies. You know, every time you look on any paper or document owned by Nigeria, what you see is lies, pack of lies. How can you say Federal Republic of Nigeria, whereas the executive are commanding the courts? What is the need of going to the courts? That is a question I used to ask. Whereas you know you cannot obey the court order unless you orders it, unless you intimidate the court to do your bidding. Now you say, okay, you bring legality. Say, it's legal, legitimate. That is rubbish. You will obey. That is nonsense. The appeal court has released our leader discharged, and they said that our leader should be paid even compensation, because the basic issue is extraordinary rendition. There is no charge that we hold or that should hold, because the basic issue, the way our leader was brought into the zoo, is illegal. As I used to say, is scoring offside goal. You cannot justify the offside. Okay, I have a point. That goal, though is offside, but it was very beautiful. The scorer dribbled two people, so that is why I'm maintaining it is a goal. Is it reasonable? It's offside. Is offside. Okay, you disagree again. When they knock this one, you disagree. You say, okay, no. Even the defense, it was not, it was not defending the ball. So the scorer scored the goal. So that is why you start messing up yourself. All those things are nonsense. It is offside. There should never be any charge against our leader until he will be taken back to where he comes from, where he was being brought from, which is Kenya. Now, if you want to make everything legitimate, you can apply for extradition. Normal. That's it. But as long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in the zoo illegally, you have no case, no trial. They are going up and down, trying to find a way, the caliphate, the Fulani caliphate. The other time they said no. Malami said no. It's Igbo governors that we decide whether Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released or not. We hammer them there because we understand their gimmicks. We understand they want to put us to be fighting with the Igbo governors. We know when things are when we're supposed to fight with them. We know. Not this time. In this case. There is something the caliphate understands very well. Divide people with one political action or the other, so that they will be fighting against each other. That is one thing they master. Division. They wrote it, they put it. Malami say, okay, it's not us, so it's Igbo governors that we decide. What a comedy. So that, what they thought that we are IPOB, we are, we don't have brain. That we are miscreants, as they say. We don't think, we don't reason. Once we hear Igbo governors, because we always blame them, which is right. Now we will start attacking them, and they will be there. Malami will be there laughing. Oh God, these people, they don't know IPOB. They don't know the people in IPOB. They don't know. Now After they fell there, they come again now and say, it's a case of insecurity, national security, this and that. That is rubbish. That is simply rubbish. Oh, national security. Now you engage in political discussion with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on how Biafra should go. That is the only thing. Because holding him there increases insecurity. Because people, there is a way, there is a time will come, IPOB will not even be able to hold the people to do things, to act. There should be a limit to the patience. That is what the Nigerian government should know. Then Nnamdi Kanu to remain in custody of Nigeria Secret Police, DSS Appeal Court. That is, after sacking the people that delivered the verdict honorably, they sack them or they transfer them to other places. Now they brought people that will do their bidding. You know, Nigeria has a population of 200 and something million. But if you don't, if they commission you or contract you for some dirty job you don't want to do, you are you know, you have honor and integrity. There are thousands of other people, miscreants. It doesn't matter whether they are lawyers or judges or anything. There are thousands of them out there that are ready to accept even a fraction of what you refuse. That is why they want to continue keeping Nigeria as a zoo, a giant zoo. Because when you refuse to collaborate with the powers, they have other people. There are thousands they will call and okay, they will take a fraction of what you are being offered, and they do the biddings of the government. That is what is playing out. So we have had the verdict. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged, liberated, but the Fulani Caliphate is holding him illegally. We must continue. I will go also to reading this news again. This news headline. Okay. Suspected herdsmen reportedly intercept Benue Links bus, abduct 16 passengers. This is what is going on every day in Benue. Even it happened in Enugu. They abducted, kidnapped many students of UNN. And all these things. Do you remember one video that surfaced where they were videoing, they were landing people, these terrorists, around the UNN? Have you forgotten? It was just a few weeks ago, whether 2 or 3 weeks now. And the person videoing it was shouting that look at, they are in the helicopter, the helicopter just landed in the bush near UNN, and you know, now this is what they are doing. This is why they put them. Let me tell you, those that are aiding and abetting directly kidnappings, slaughter, insecurity, even in Biafra land, is the Nigerian security, army, police. That is why they are the enemy of the people. Nigerian security forces, what they do in our land, they send them, they give them instruction, order from above, kidnap and make money. Kidnap, you have arms, kidnap, they unleash them in order to make money in our land, in order to kidnap, kill. Sometimes there will be ransom will be paid, and they will even slaughter, they will still slaughter the kidnapped victim, the victim. This is what we are passing through in our land. You understand? This is what we are passing through in our land. But will it debar us? Will it deter us? The answer is no. Therefore, we must continue. And then let me read the press release of IPOB, DSS. I mean IPOB, DOS, sorry. Or the latest press release before I go on to making the discussions or opening for the discussions. The DSS and the Nigeria government should adhere to the order of the appeal court and immediately release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as Abuja is about to fall in their sponsors terrorists. That is IPOB, our press release. The attention of the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been drawn to the possible fall of Abuja to the Nigerian state-sponsored terrorists in the coming days. The US and UK security intelligence report concerning the fall of Abuja and Nigeria to the terrorists are real. But the Nigeria compromised security agencies, particularly their military and DSS, are busy chasing armless and peaceful citizens of Biafra in Biafra land. The ability and preparedness of the Nigerian security forces, especially the military, army, navy, and air force, to defend the territorial borders of Nigeria has been greatly sabotaged and deteriorated to a level that will allow any foreign invader to walk into the Nigeria capital with little or no resistance from the military. That is correct. The Nigerian states has carefully positioned these terrorists to overrun Abuja once they feel that power will slip out of their hands during the upcoming charade they call election. And they will, on behalf of the Fulani, take over the reins of power in an invasion commando style as it happened in Afghanistan. We are much aware that the Fulani-controlled federal government of Nigeria has concluded every arrangement to hand over the government of Nigeria to their sponsored terrorists in the coming days. IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been in the know of this sinister plan and have been hammering on it. But some so-called Biafran elites and other ethnic groups have refused to listen and heed the clarion call by IPOB and her leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to divide Nigeria to save all of us from this ugly situation. American and British governments have shut down their embassies and have started evacuating their citizens in Abuja and its environs. If you are still in Abuja and still thinking this warning is a joke, you will have yourself to blame. IPOB states unequivocally that the Nigeria government and Malame must adhere to and implement the ruling of the Court of Appeal, which declared the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a free man discharged and acquitted of all spurious allegations and charges. IPOB hereby declare that nothing untoward should happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, either in the DSS custody or shortly after his release, because if there is any scratch on him, then the Fulani has entered into a debt that they will never finish paying till the end of time. IPOB is monitoring the security situation in Abuja conscientiously and will unleash our own venom or venomous action on them if they fail to release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We told them about this agenda to turn this country into a caliphate state since 2015. But some people refused to listen. Instead, they called IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warmongers. Real war is coming from the agendas, who will deliver the doubting Thomases. American intelligence report about Abuja indicated that Abuja will fall in 190 hours from now and have commenced evacuation of their citizens from Nigeria. IPOB advised the British High Commissioner to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen, is evacuated along with other British citizens in Nigeria. Britain should know that their citizen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been released by a competent court of jurisdiction, but still being illegally detained by terrorists enabling Nigeria government. It will be shameful to the British government if they evacuate other citizens and leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the hands of terrorists masquerading as DSS. British government should save themselves the embarrassment and regret by standing on the side of truth to divide Nigeria now and have their pride, honor, and integrity in the world, because Nigeria must disintegrate whether they like it or not. African Union leaders and ECOWAS leaders should help in the crisis in Nigeria and consider that Biafrans want to exit. Biafrans want to exit this bondage that Britain put us in with beasts called the Fulanese. American government must prevail on British government to urgently put things in place to peacefully and orderly disintegrate Nigeria to their original nations as they were before the evil amalgamation. As it is today, there is nothing holding the people in Nigeria together. All the ethnic groups are fed up with this false union of death called Nigeria. The evacuation of American and British citizens will disintegrate Nigeria, and there is no going back. Afghanistan scenario is going to repeat itself in Nigeria. But let the agencies understand that Biafra will never be part of any nation that will be held together by terrorists. Biafrans in the north and at Abuja should be on high alert and, if possible, come home, because the agendas will allow their sponsors, terrorists, to take over the government, because they know that the upcoming selection will not favor them. We are warning the Fulani government to urgently release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If anything bad happens to him, the Fulani and their generation will fight an unending war with Biafrans, even after Biafra nation has been restored. We are warning especially Alhaji Abubakar Malami, member of the cabal, and led Buhari's family, that there shall be no hiding place for any of them. They must not wish the Biafran rat to be their portion for them, and there may be and there are many generations yet unborn. You have been informed and warned at the same time. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. Oh, this is it. We have to say it as it is, to warn the agendas of the dire consequences. You know that when you see them, you think that they don't fear, they don't have strength, they have brain. You don't have to enter into a situation where you regret. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is all we ask, and nothing more, because your own court has even released him. Your court has discharged him. Therefore, there is no need. As Abuja is about to fall, you know, when America start removing their citizens, know that there is something heavy. You understand? That is why I am going direct to the discussion of today, which is about the Nigerian government-sponsored jihadism. The Nigerian government-sponsored jihadism. First of all, let me go to that is the topic of our discussion, because our discussion, I will open line as quick as possible so that people will also talk about it. The Nigerian government-sponsored jihadism. That is it. Fulani jihadism. That is what we are discussing about. American government gave a warning about the taking over of Nigeria, of Abuja, Now, let's start from the beginning. You know, yesterday or day before yesterday, I talked about this Monroe doctrine, James Monroe. He was the president of America in 19th century. Do you understand? He was one of the presidents of America. Let me put it like that. Now, you know, these people, they always calculate for future generations. Not only, they don't care about their own generations, but for future generations. Do you understand? This man I mean the James Monroe, the way you pronounce it, James Monroe, is from him we have a Monrovia. Monrovia was named after him. They put it in a way for future that Europe should cease having influence on the America soil, America, not USA, from Canada to Argentina, north to south. And they will not have anything to do, intervention in the hemisphere, the European and their colonies in Africa. That is it. That Europe should take care of Africa, while America should take care of the Americas. It's a gentleman agreement. This is the reason why England, France, Europeans are dealing with Africans with impunity. Now, when you hear this announcement about Abuja to fall in the hands of terrorists, it is not something that falls out from the sky or from the blue. No. It is something that the Fulani Caliphate has worked hard for, right from even before independence. I want people to understand this, to listen attentively. They worked for it. You know, Emmanuel Bosun, he made it clear. He reiterated that the Caliphate, the Fulani Caliphate, they can plan for more than 50 years and patiently, one by one, going towards that focus. You know, any race that doesn't have focus, like those of Igbo, Biafrans, you have problem. That is why we have problem. The Caliphate in Nigeria, let me say this. In Nigeria, the only tribe that has focus, their own ethnic focus and agenda, is the Fulani. No other. Others are accompanying, like in the north. Northerners now election here and they are saying we the north. They accompany. They rally them around, like, you know, when you are going somewhere, you carry little children. You carry you carry your child or somebody, you know, come and escort me. They are escorts only. Whereas they are helping in order to fulfill the focus, the vision of the Fulani, the Sokoto Caliphate. Right from before independence, they have this focus. That is why Ahmad Bello, he said, if they should not be if they are not in control of Nigeria, that they are out. They wouldn't be they are not going to be in that marriage or amalgamation. They made it clear before independence, which means they have their focus right from time. You know, when you are playing football, the beauty of football is you have goalposts. No matter how you dribble in midfield to do this, your goal, the goal is that goal post, to put the ball inside that goal. If you dribble everybody and you cannot score, your team cannot score, it doesn't make any sense. You lost. You lost. So, in the Nigerian setting, it is only the Fulani Caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate that has their own focus. Now they turned and started using Nigeria as an illusion in order to achieve that focus. People should understand what I'm saying. Other people are other indigenous population. The whole, I say all the indigenous population, we are just beating about the bush. Oh, our Nigeria. Oh, our Nigeria. We want our Nigeria. They don't know. The main people, the Fulani Caliphate, they have their focus and they have taken their stand. That is why Britain loved them. They have focus. We that are Biafrans, Igbo people, oh, what is our focus? Nothing. Ask nothing. Oh, anywhere you go, back home life, anywhere you go, you establish. Oh, it's Nigeria. Whereas, while every indigenous population is talking about Nigeria, the Fulani, they are dribbling, going towards their focus. And this is the time they are reaching their focus. The goalposts. Do you understand? That is why you are seeing what you are seeing today. Now, let me read a bit from these excerpts of Brigadier Victor Banjo, the broadcast he made on Benin Home Service on the 14th day of August 1967. You know, we have been listening to our history, our historical library, Dr. Okachi. You understand many things, or you should understand many things concerning what happened to us. Now, this man, Victor Banjo, was a Yoruba man, a military, that was in jail but released by our General Ojukwu, and now sent to go and liberate his own people. The agreements between them. And he went on reaching to Benin. He started broadcasting. Contrary to the agreements. Instead of going to liberate his own people, he broadcast. Listen, let me read a bit of what he said, excerpts of what he said. The 29th July 1966 federal military government came into being as a result of a mutiny in which the primary action was directed at the elimination of a particular ethnic group and the supremacy of another ethnic group in Nigeria. Do you understand? Listen. The elimination of a particular ethnic group and the supremacy of another ethnic group. That is why I told you that the Fulani, they are the only people that have their own focus. Whereas others are, the whole indigenous people in Nigeria, they are foolish. I'm telling you. Or every other indigenous people, we are dribbled and, you know, they are shouting, oh, Nigeria, oh, Nigeria. The Fulani now, they started going to their focus of conquering everywhere. It didn't start today. Now, they use Gowon. Gowon is not a Fulani. It's not a Fulani. I say, you know, when we talk about the Fulani, these people, they are politically savvy. They know what to do at any time. Had it been maybe the military, Gowon maybe was a Fulani man, it will have a backlash. That is why the Caliphate chose him. And he is not even a Muslim, he is a Christian. He has many significance. So that you cannot say, oh, they are fighting, they are killing Christians. No, they will tell you, but they heard Gowon is a Christian. So how can he be killing his own fellow Christians? So it's impossible. After all, the president of the country is a Christian. So that one disqualify, oh, killing of Christians. Do you see? That is why, let me tell you, that is why they always tell these terrorists to bomb or attack mosques in this time, in order to disqualify this thing that, oh, they are only killing Christians and attacking churches. No. They will tell their terrorists, their terrorist foot soldiers, give them time to attack mosques, so that it will seem that, oh, the equation is balanced. If they slaughter and destroy 20 churches, they would do the same to one mosque, and they will publish it in order to balance the equation. It's a political strategy. Do you understand? That is the reason why, personally, I've been saying this, personally, I blame the Nzogu Ifajuna that planned the 1966 coup in order to save Nigeria, yes, but their intention, no person can read your intention. What you have in mind, no person is God. What people see or can see is your action, not your intention. Because you can say, okay, now we wanted to save Nigeria. They say no. This thing is ethnicity, which that is it. Because these people, we are not political. If I would have given, we reverse time, I will give them advice. I would have given Ifajun and Zogo and all of them, say, as you kill all these Fulani, kill some people, you have to kill somebody like Azikiwe too. Yes, he didn't commit anything. Yes, okay, but for political reason. In order to make it seem that, oh, you are not attacking only others. That is politics. Because indigenous people in the zoo, they don't. Fulani is number one when it comes to politics. I'm saying it open. It is true. They understand politics more than everybody. The indigenous people, they don't know politics. They play, sentiments, politics of sentiments and emotion. Nothing more, nothing more. Otherwise, all these military boys, sometimes you send political message. It is not about any other thing, but political message, so that the equation will be balanced. The Fulani, I used to tell you, they are wanderers. They are nomads, no wanderers, hunter-gatherers. So they used to see different types of people. A traveling idiot is more intelligent than a stagnant intellectual. It's a proverb, and it's true. These people that I have seen right from the world go, they have been wandering, seeing difficulties in the desert, moving from one place to another, meeting different people that kills them and they kill also. Different ideologies, different set of people. Now they learn. They learn from time. Out of their difficulties, their travelings, their nomadism, their everything they learn. That is why they are politically savvy. They used to go on. Go on is still alive. I used to say it. If it is somebody that is honest, before he dies, he would nomadism, their everything they learn. That is why they are politically savvy. They used to go on. Go on is still alive. I used to say it. If it is somebody that is honest, before he dies, he would nomadism, their everything they learn. Everything they learn. We know. Not this time. American intelligence report about Abuja indicated that Abuja will fall in the president of America in 19th century. Do you understand? He was one of the presidents of America. Let me put it like that. Now, you know, these people, they always calculate for future generations. Not only they don't care about their own generations, but for future generations. You understand? This man I mean the James Monroe, the way you pronounce it, James Monroe, is from him we have a Monrovia. Monrovia was named after him. They put it in a way for future that Europe should cease in having influence on the American soil, America, not USA, on the from Canada to Argentina, north to south. And they also, they will not have anything to do, intervention in the hemisphere, the European and their colonies in Africa. That is it. That Europe should take care of Africa, while America should take care of the Americas. It's a gentleman agreement. This is the reason why England, France, Europeans are dealing with Africans with impunity. Now, when you hear this announcement about Abuja to fall in the hands of terrorists, it is not something that falls out from the sky or from the blue. No. It is something that the Fulani Caliphate has worked hard for, right from even before independence. I want people to understand this, to listen attentively. They worked for it. You know, Emmanuel Bosun, he made it clear. He reiterated that the Caliphate, the Fulani Caliphate, they can plan for more than 50 years and patiently, one by one, going towards that focus. You know, any race that doesn't have focus, like those of Igbo, Biafrans, you have problem. That is why we have problem. The Caliphate in Nigeria, let me say this. In Nigeria, the only tribe that has focus, their own ethnic focus and agenda, is the Fulani. No other. No other. Others are accompanying, like in the north. Oh, northerners. Now, election here and they are saying, we the north. They accompany. They rally them around. Like, you know, when you are going somewhere, you carry little children. You carry, you carry your child or somebody, you know, come and escort me. They are escorts only. Whereas they are helping in order to fulfill the focus, the vision of the Fulani, the Sokoto Caliphate. Right from before independence, they have this focus. That is why Ahmad Bello, he said, if they should not be, if they are not in control of Nigeria, that they are out. They wouldn't be in, they are not going to be in that marriage or amalgamation. They made it clear before independence, which means they have their focus right from time. You know, when you are playing football, the beauty of football is you have goalposts. No matter how you dribble in midfield to do this, your goal, the goal is that goalpost, to put the ball inside that goal. If you dribble everybody and you cannot score, your team cannot score, it doesn't make any sense. You lost. You lost. So, in the Nigerian setting, it is only the Fulani Caliphate, the Fulani, the Sokoto Caliphate that has their own focus. Now they turned and started using Nigeria as an illusion in order to achieve that focus. People should understand what I'm saying. Other people are other indigenous population. The whole, I say all the indigenous population, we are just beating about the bush. Oh, our Nigeria. Oh, our Nigeria. We want our Nigeria. They don't know. The main people, the Fulani Caliphate, they have their focus and they have taken their stand. That is why Britain loved them. They have focus. We that are Biafrans, Igbo people, oh, what is our focus? Nothing. Ask nothing. Oh, anywhere you go, back home in life, anywhere you go, you establish. Oh, it's Nigeria. Whereas while every indigenous population is talking about Nigeria, the Fulani, they are dribbling, going towards their focus. And this is the time they are reaching their focus. The goalposts. Do you understand? That is why you are seeing what you are seeing today. Now let me read a bit from these excerpts of Brigadier Victor Banjo, the broadcast he made. My voice is coming out. I forgot to put the charger, the computer charger on the computer, and the battery runs discharges completely. So that is the situation. We must continue. Today is the 28th day of October 2022, and we are talking about the insecurity in our land, in the whole of Nigeria. The cause that is the Nigerian government sponsored jihadism that is going on in Nigeria today. As I was saying before, Gowon, who is used or who was used by the caliphate, you know, they give you power, make you to be powerful. Remember an interview by Rudolph Okonkwo with one, is it Niyi, Chief Ola Niyi or something like that? The Fulani question. You go there, it's in YouTube. Type the Fulani question. It has part 1 and 2 and listen. They know how to use people and dump them. They will make you powerful. They will bloat you to be more powerful, larger than life. Is it money? That money is not what they want. They will give you money as an individual. Make you to just, that is the way they act. They use Gowon, make him to be powerful, be at the back directing him because they had a vision. Because the Fulani Caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate, they have a goal. The goal is to Fulanize everybody, to take control of everything, that everybody in Nigeria, every region, every ethnicity. Something that is going on today. It was planned even before independence because they have a focus. They have a vision for themselves, not for Nigeria. They are just using Nigeria as a cover-up in order to rally others around. So that when Gowon was killing Agiro, say, oh, I'll go for Nigeria. Oh, we want to hold Nigeria. Kill Onyamini Igbo for Nigeria. And they will shake him. They were shaking him, laughing with him. Now, Jayamma. But today, where is him? He is alive and seeing his people, his community being decimated. I bet he is not even in his homeland. Because is it Langtang in Plateau? They have been completely overrun. Sometime I know in the head of Gowon he will be thinking, but how do I foolishly follow these people? Now, let me continue reading some excerpts from the broadcast of Banjo. Let us continue. The 29th of July 1966, Federal military government came into being as a result of a mutiny in which the primary action was directed at the elimination of a particular ethnic group and the supremacy of another ethnic group in Nigeria. This has had the effect of destroying the basic mutual trust and confidence among the people of Nigeria and has created the decentralization of the Nigerian people into tribal groups. This action, more than any other event that has occurred throughout the history of Nigeria, has had the greatest effect on the dismemberment of Nigeria. The federal military government cannot claim to represent the government of the people of Nigeria and to fight for the unity of Nigeria while constantly rejecting fundamental human rights for all people forming part of Nigeria. The federal military government cannot claim to be seeking a peaceful solution to the problems for achieving Nigeria unity, while at the same time contemptuously ignoring the wishes of the people of the Midwest and the West in their previous demands for the removal of the unruly troops of the North from their territories in order to allow the unfettered decision of the present political crisis. The federal military government cannot claim to be genuinely interested in the progress and welfare of the Nigerian people, while at the same time inflicting the most bloody warfare on the people of Nigeria and employing unscrupulous foreign mercenaries in the total war that really destroys hundreds of our people and the economy of our nation. Foreign mercenaries. He mentioned foreign mercenaries as of the 60s. Is Banjo. Till today, have you forgot? I will even play that part. This guy, the governor of Kaduna State, that midget. Have you forgotten when he said he have to travel outside to pay foreigners to stop killing Nigerians? Has anybody asked him who are those people? Has he been brought to book? No, because they are together. They have a vision, the Fulani Caliphate. Do you understand? They have a goal. They have a goal. Not a vision, because their vision, they have taken it, they have been working on their vision right before independence of Nigeria. But ask yourself, what is our own goal? Or what was our own goal before the advent of IPOB? What was a Biafra goal? And Nnamdi will say, no, we are Nigeria. Let us, we are ready to be sacrificed for Nigeria, for Africa. We Igbos, we can be killed, no problem, or we accept. This is the height of rascality and irresponsibility that somebody can exhibit. Irresponsibility. You allow your people, you agree that your people should be killed, slaughtered, as they are doing us, to save others. Let's continue listening. Banjo's broadcast on 1967, precisely August 14, 1967, by 20 GMT, 2000 GMT. Okay, let me continue. The people of Biafra have rights to fight a government that has constantly treated its people to the most savage forms of brutality and persists in denying these people its fundamental human rights, while was indistinct to represent other interests. What are these other interests? Other interests, the Sokoto Caliphate interests, the Fulani interests. The result is what you are seeing today. Everywhere, oh, the Fulani, they are killing us, everywhere. A few set of people, less than 2% of Nigerian population is killing all Nigerians. And everybody, just like sitting dogs, doing nothing. Oh, now, they are killing us. United Nations, come and help us. And sometimes you see it as absurd. Do you know why? Because the Fulani Caliphate, they played their game very well. Highly arranged, right from time. When they want to galvanize people, they either called we the North. as they are doing today in election campaign. Oh, the North should, so that Lantan person will be happy. Oh, I'm the North, so we are all along. Nupe person will be there. But today, who is bearing the brunt? All these people, their communities are being ransacked. You understand? Oh, but I may laugh. I say many parts of Kaduna, mostly Kaduna was almost 99% Christians before. But today, what are they? Go and see. Many of their communities have been sacked, and they have more Fulanis living in their ancestral lands. This was highly planned, or just planned, facilitated by even Britain, because they know that these people have vision. They have their ethnic vision, and they can use them. But instead of our people to have a focus, just imagine. You just you know, just watch how Igbo meetings all over the world. Just go there and ask them, what is our focus? You know, when I tell you something, I go rudimentary, primary. I don't want to go tertiary, so that it be something rudimentary, so that something you witness every day, something you are part of. Anywhere you are in this world, go to Igbo. Maybe you are part of maybe Igbo meeting. Ask if you go to the meeting, ask them. But this meeting we have been doing for ages. What is our focus? What is our goal? You will see people there that will rise up. And who are you to ask? I have PhD. We have to move on. So what I thinking? So no focus, no goal, nothing. Their goal is they'll make law. Any person his wife born, uniform, you understand? If you are bereaved, there is something to be done for you. All these things are good. I'm not cajoling it, but they should not be the mainstream, the primary focus of our existence, collective existence. That is what I'm telling you. You add nothing, just nothing. The year is passing now. We are in Emperor month. Within 2 months, the year will be over. People are already planning how to for on December before you know that is no focus. When you want to bring, if you want to bring something that is of collective interest, they will tell you, no, we are not in politics here. We don't want politics. And you look at the monkeys telling you we don't want politics. They don't know that once you gather in a place, politics, you play politics every day of your life. As long as socialism is concerned, as long as you are socializing with people, that is politics. That's it. But because of lack of understanding, and you see many of the people that are saying this, many of them are so-called intellectuals. So many of them have one PhD or this and that and the other. But they no focus. Fulani, they had a focus. Their own focus, their goal. That is why they're on top. Because people are asking, but why is this a Fulani that is not up to 3 million, ruling more than 220 something million Nigerians? It is because of their goal. They have a vision, collective vision. There is not only going to eat rice at the end of the year. No. It is not only that. They have political focus for their collective interest, for their collectivity. Now, let me read on, please. Colonel Banjo's broadcast of 1967, August 14, 1967. Okay. Provided the people of Biafra could live within such a nation under a government that truly represents all sections of its people and truly tries to pursue such measures as are designed to promote the welfare of all Nigerians, irrespective of tribe or religion. It is the remnant of the old Nigerian army that broke away in July that now threatens the Nigerian nation. This northern army is now under the power and control of a group of northern feudalists who have as their aim the total conquest of Nigeria. What is he talking about? The Fulani Caliphate. They are the only people. It's Banjo, 1967, August 14, his broadcast. He said the federal military government, having been brought to power and control by the army, is playing to that end. Hence, policies are inevitably directed towards achieving the objectives of the northern feudalists who control the army. That is then Sokoto Caliphate. He was speaking it that time. But to Nigerians, because of their naivety, their ignorance, they feel that, oh, they are doing against Biafra. They are fighting against Biafra, killing Igbo, oh, this and that. They don't know that they are digging their own graves. They don't know that they are playing to the gallery, playing into the hands of the few people, the feudalists. Who are the feudalists? The Sokoto Caliphate, the Fulani oligarchy. They are the feudalists because they have plans. You know, they had plans right from beginning, right before independence. Do you understand? They have goal that if they shouldn't be in control, now they will not be part of Nigeria. Others say, okay, Nnamdi, give them, let them be in control of Nigeria, no problem. Oh, they give them. They don't know that no problem give them is going to amount to what is happening today. Today, Abuja is under threat to fall. In other places, even less assume. Look at Mali. Mali that was being invaded by the jihadists from north. You know, Mali has a very big land mass, very, very huge one. Just like, I think it was either second to former Sudan, before Sudan was divided. I don't know the position of Mali in the largeness, you know, the land mass, but it's very huge. Mali, the capital is Bamako. There is no matter how, there is no time they have even terrorist attack in Bamako. No time, no time. Talk less of threats to take over their capital. But Nigeria, oh, giant of Africa, look what is happening. Do you think that this thing came under, fell from heaven out of blue? It was carefully planned, right, with patience. When they remove the people, somebody being voted into a state, now they put their own, like Hope Uzodimma. It's part of the program. For him, he said, now what he has been praying for God to have, he see it. He agreed to do so. It's part of the plan. This is what they have been doing everywhere in the whole of Nigeria. They will come, they will pick somebody that they can use, manipulate. They make him wealthy, they make him powerful, and they give him power. Do you understand? That is the goal. Banjo was reading this since 1967. It's not today. Okay. Biafra has words indistinct against the ambition of the northern feudalists who expected to inflict their despotic dictatorship on the rest of Nigeria. While Biafra's resistance succeeds, the rest of Nigeria appears to enjoy some form of participation in the federal government. If Biafra were to be subdued, listen, the ambition of the northern feudalists would have been achieved, and the people of Nigeria will be brought too late into the realization. that they have been living under the shadow of a dictatorship that is being imposed by the least enlightened of its people. Least enlightened. He said, at that time, he said, if Biafra is to be subdued, make other people know, no joy, no laugh. You people should not laugh, because it means the subjugation of the subduing of Biafra means the total conquest of everybody. Is it not what we are witnessing today? Just tell me, is it not we are witnessing today? It is ironical that the other sections of Nigeria are assisting the northern feudalists to crush Biafra and to impose on themselves a dictatorship that will be devoid of the rule of law and of normal human standard of conduct, devoid of rule of law and of normal human standard of conduct. What are we seeing today? They disobey court orders. Is abnormal. It's not a normal human standard of conduct. That is why they are there. They don't care about the rule of law. It's what Banjo said it in 1967 in his broadcast. Albeit he finished and black people. He changed his mind. That is one thing Chukwudi black people or no. They when I look at issues, I say, but why are black people like this? Why? Why are black people like this? I used to give example of Uche Mofo, who I respect a lot. My former boss, the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra. After being disgruntled, he went back to swallow his, to lick his vomit. That thing he followed to form before, it was a deception. He didn't know that why he had been IPOB. I'm talking of Uche Oka from L4. Maybe he's hearing my voice. I don't care. While writing against IPOB, castigating IPOB, making IPOB to fall, which means he's castigating himself. This is one thing black people don't understand. That is why they don't have honor anywhere. No integrity, no honor, no class. Our leader used to say it, no class. Had it been as disgruntled as he is, he move away quietly, and even if he's been, approached for interview on there, he said, no, no comments. I don't want to talk about it. Please, that is my personal decision. He would have been respected no matter, even if he's not in IPOB. I am just giving you example. Banjo, after saying all these things, he still want to fall Biafra. Do you see how black people act? They will see the reality, see the truth. But after, because of one sentiment, tribe or money or political position, they will leave that truth and say, people without honor and dignity, no class, is truth. I say, Uchemofo today become informant to BBC. Any slightest thing, they will call him a relax and be talking. IPOB as a something he helped in forming. One of the alma mater of IPOB. But now which means he's sending a very wrong message, telling the world that, oh, this thing I formed is wrong. Don't you see black people how they behave? Don't you see that? Don't it surprise you? Don't you give you goose pimples of how black people behave? After Banjo seeing all these things, he still want to go and capture Juku so that Biafra will finish. But he said, look, let me read it again. If Biafra were to be subdued, the ambition of the northern feudalists would have been achieved, and the people of Nigeria will be brought too late into the realization that they have been living under the shadow of a dictatorship that is being imposed by the least enlightened of its people. Is the Fulani? Who is he talking about? Who are the least enlightened? Is it not the Fulani? The least enlightened, is it not them? Somebody that to enter university, Nigerian Unities College, You need to score only 2 points. Only writing your name in the answer sheet is 2 points. People that score 200 plus, no, they say no, your quota, you are not good enough. But tomorrow, that person that scored 2 will be the head of the management, the manager, be the director general. Don't you see it? Is it not what is happening in our land? Is it not what is happening in Nigeria today? Nigerians, they now realize too late that, oh, the Fulani Caliphate has an agenda. Something that Biafra fought before in order to liberate everybody. That is why I used to say, here on Radio Biafra, we are mentally liberating everybody, not only Biafrans. Everybody. We have been doing this. General Ojukwu tried to do it, but people misunderstood. And the Fulani, they rallied everybody. They rallied everybody. They put Gowon, who is not a Fulani man, as the head. They use him as a killing machine. They put different people, in positions of power while remote controlling them from back. And they feel that, oh, kill the Nyamini. Now you kill the Nyamini, what happened? What is the position of Nigeria? Abuja is going to fall in a few days, according to the American intelligence. They are evacuating their citizens, even United Kingdom. But you will see some Igbo men there that one week, as I'm talking now, somewhere in a joint in Abuja, now thank God, now leave this propaganda now with the madam now with the Nkwobi kainata with the Bia kainango anango unkwelu with the day the thing will come, boom, they will say, oh, well, I don't know that it is like this. So now, wow, I didn't believe it. Oh, before you know, phone will do, boom, they have killed him. That is the way our people are behaving. Very sad indeed. Very sad indeed. Wise people are running away from Abuja. Why I say wise people are running away from Abuja. US citizens are running away. UK citizens are running away. But you idiots, nothing mega, nothing. Only say nothing mega. You nothing. There is no distance, no defense, nothing. They will just kill him cold-bloodedly, quietly. He will not even talk. No person. I was saying nothing mega. Nah, nothing. My government is protecting us. We must continue. It is even more astonishing. I'm still reading from Banjo, Colonel Banjo, that the great democracies of the world, whose people have over the years fought for freedom and representative government, should actively be supporting the imposition of feudal dictators on the rest of Nigeria. Okay. That is, let me stop here for reading this, please. I will play something. I will play something which you have heard or you have listened before from Obadiah my Lafia. Remember, I'm talking about the government, the Nigerian government sponsored the jihadism. Why? Because of the Fulani goal. They have a goal, their vision, their goal. So let me play this before I continue. Let me play Badai Lafia to remind you, because Nigerians are 15 minutes people. Once is in the memory for 15 minutes. One of our Mazi said, the teachings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that our people never learn. When they talk, you think that they learn anything. No, it's just sentiments. And he say, no, what they used to do is, if they want to raise their sentiments, they will put the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his old teaching, and that sentiment there is just for highest 15 minutes, they forget everything. Highest 15 minutes. That is why we always remind. You understand? We remind you The same way pastor used to preach for you, the same Mark chapter 4, he will preach it this Sunday. Next Sunday, Mark chapter 4. You know, for years he will be preaching the same thing, the same Bible, so that you remember. That's what we do here, in order to remind you. Now listen to Obadiah, my love here, the man I love so much, that has information, but he died needless death, avoidable death. He died avoidable death. It makes me sad. A man like this, even if he don't want to run away, people should have even bundled him. His people should have bundled him, tie him, even if it's to drug him before he know he's at least in Benin Republic, no problem. They'll tell him, okay, stay there. We don't want to see you here before they kill you for us. Because his life is more important to others than to himself. You know? He died with the information he has. Killed by the Fulani. Listen to what he said. Let me remind you. Listen, please.
To defend themselves. If the government, if the authorities are either unwilling or unable, or both unable and unwilling to come to the aid and protection of these people.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How will the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? General Abacha famously said that if an insurgency lasts for more than 2 days, the government knows. That is the real and the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. 1 or 2 who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network.
Are you hearing? One of the commanders of Boko Haram is a current governor. Did Nigerians react? Did Nigerians call for investigation to unmask? No, dead bodies. How can dead body react now? A very huge revelation that Boko Haram, ISWAP, all these so-called bandit Fulani henchmen, they are all one. Did it ring any bell to Nigerians? No. Na Niger, wow, na Niger, na money we want on Niger. Everybody, zombies, dead bodies are moving. You know, when you watch a zombie film, exactly. Nigerians like that. Nobody cares or cared to ask questions, to rise up and say, wait a minute, how can we be in this kind of mess? And things are going as if it is normal. Let's continue listening.
During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings,
listen,
they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people.
Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? This is something that is programmed. Now, when they do it, like if it is in Biafra land, they say it's IPOB. Are you hearing it? It's happening in our eyes. It's happening. But do Nigerians react? No. Everything is normal. Honestly. Let us continue.
I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Badaya?
No, current.
Did
No,
he
they
miss
said
words?
one of them is the...
Did he miss words? When you hear this type of thing, government don't react. People don't react. This thing happened, I think, 2020 or 2021, 2 years ago. People, this type of a revelation, if it is something not true, even the government would have arrested him and say, okay, give us more information. But they know that what he's saying is completely 100%. That's why they killed him, to silence him. Do you understand? Because that is the way the Fulani Caliphate works. When they catch a suspect, to silence him so that it doesn't reveal anything, they kill him. Do you understand? It's their modus operandi. We know it. But Nigerians never reacted. No. Only people will go to a mosque or church to pray. God, into your hand I commit myself, or protect me as I. Everybody is me, himself, only him or her. Him. It happened to another person. So, but God, don't let it happen to me. Those people that died, don't let them happen to me. Jesus, protect me. The very, very selfish attitude. That is why Nigerians cannot act together. Dead bodies. Look at a very big revelation like this. Do you know that in any other country, I say in any other country, this thing will cause the people to rise up and come out and ask, we want to know that person. Who is that person? You will bring protests, even revolution. But Nigerians, they are dead bodies. So dead bodies, how can they rise up? They are dead. They are not responding to stimuli. That's it. Continue listening.
The commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria, one of them. And they are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from one of the Middle East countries in private jet full of ammunition and dollars.
Did they tell you, Dr. Badaya, why they would want to cause civil war in 2022?
Yes, so that they can continue in power. I'm not making this up. I am not joking about this. I love Nigeria. I don't like the shedding of innocent blood.
How can we find?
I don't want civil war in our country.
How can we find a lasting solution to this? How can we stop this from happening? I mean, let's just say hypothetically what you're saying. How can we bring an end to this? How can we bring peace to Southern Kaduna, Dr. Badaya?
Okay, I will stop there. You people listen to this. Are you listening again? That's it. All these insecurities, all this, everything is pre-planned right from time. It's just playing one card after another. You know, when you play Red Hat or what in our own card, you play what? You play Pick 2. You play General Market. You play hold on. You know, it's one after the other, because the Fulani Caliphate, they are the only people that have their private agenda, their goal in Nigeria setting. Others are just busy beating around the bush. Any person that goes, if it is money or dokata ego, nah, hey, his community, his people will go and give testimony. Now he became the chairman of our local government. Now, I need Shasha. You don't know that the setting he is inside, there is a goal, there is an agenda. There are agendas. You understand? Okay. Even as if this man's revelation is not enough. Now, this other SS, Defense Intelligence Agent, a high-ranking officer, a Yoruba man, he came up. I used to play his this thing. What is his interview? He came up also and made some revelations also, contrary to his status, because that man shouldn't come in the public. That man is one of the shadow people. You know, when you see things that are going wrong, that no, you have to breach protocol and come out. That is what the man did. Just like Mazi Sanwo-Olu. Mazi Sanwo-Olu supposed not to be coming on air. He's supposed to be a shadow. You understand? But because of how because of Ndibo, he have to come out in order to talk. Somebody like him is supposed to be a shadow. You understand? He's supposed to be a shadow. You're not even supposed to know that he is there. That is existing. But because of that is it. That is the only thing. This other man, I'm going to play his voice. He breached protocol. He said he risked his life by coming out because he's not supposed to come out. People are not supposed to know who he is. Even he said he lost his family because of his job. Because he have to lie. That situation, that position of that man, he is always lying. What are you working? Nah, I'm a bank manager. I'm going to, because he need to travel. Sometimes he come back 4 in the morning. His wife will be worried. What is this man doing? Sometimes they'll see him within a kind of a situation. He need to start lying to explain. Because he's doing a special work. You understand? But because Nigerians have they don't have ears. They have to come out to talk whether they can listen. But whose side? Where Nigerians react? No way. It's just like if we go to Bible story. When Job the rich man Darius and the poor man. When the poor man died, he went to heaven. According to the story, we give analogy. We learn from every story, even if it is folks tale. We learn. It is meant for knowledge, for us to learn. Now, the rich man was the poor man was in heaven, beside Abraham. Okay. Now the rich man died, who has everything, King Darius, and after he was in hell, being tormented, and he saw the poor man in heaven. He said, what is happening? Why am I here? This, and they told him, because of what you did. They said, okay, can you send he was telling, is it Abraham? Send the people from this spirit world, go to tell my kinsmen that there is a danger like this. He said, no. I told him, even if I send somebody or people, angels, as long as they didn't hear, those that are telling them they cannot listen. They cannot listen to angels also. They will cajole them. So, it doesn't, dead body, if you are not awake, there is nothing. Even if the spirit will come and tell you that, you see, they will laugh at this. Say, America have said it that, look, the intelligence we are receiving is that Abuja can fall to terrorists in a few days. And I have played, the voice of my Lafia that told you, warn you that, look, in 2022, what the terrorist planned is this. He received his information direct from terrorist commander. That you know how he received his information. Will Nigerians react? The answer is no. Now listen to this man also. Listen.
Just saw now the security breach in NDA, and we've got Commodore Kunle Olawumi joining us here this morning. He's the head Department of Criminology and Security Studies, Christland University, Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is it's one of those blow your cheeks out moments, because lots of people, when they heard it, they just thought, no way, this can't be. But they just thought, well, in fact, some people thought it was fake news. Others thought, nah, maybe there could be some other explanation to this. And then the academy put up this press release saying, yes, it's been compromised. And here we are today. So details are emerging that raises more questions than answers at the moment. But what's your impression of this, for instance?
Thank you very much. My impression, I think, is just the impression of every Nigerian at this point. This is an aberration. I mean, you don't attack Nigerian Defense Academy and kill officers and get away with it.
Yeah.
The last time I was in NDA was in 2017. I went to carry out an investigation by the Minister of Defense. I wanted me to check what is going on with the training and the security environment there. I remember I spent about a week at NDA with the commandant and with the staff, But something struck me. And that was every Friday, the gate of NDA is thrown open. And everybody have access to come and pray in the mosques. And I want to actually...
Are you listening to the agendas, the plan, the way the agendas work? In NDA, Nigerian Defense Academy, that's supposed to be protected, every Friday, the gates are thrown open so that every terrorist will come to pray in the NDA, mosque. Does it happen on Sundays? The answer is no. Sundays they close it. Do you see people with focus, how they behave? Do you see it? And Nigerians see it as normal. No, it's normal. Even when you raise it, even it is useless Nigerians, the indigenous people will say, no, what does it mean? Let them go pray now. I beg. I beg. They don't understand. They are cooking themselves. They don't know. And they justify it. I used to say this. When Babangida, who started this movement that from Lagos, removing Lagos, taking it to Abuja as the capital, he gave a very fantastic excuse, and now allowed the servants, the indigenous people that are servants, that are intellectuals, to now do the rest, do the justice. They come up every time. No, the decision is is good, is commendable, because Abuja is the center. The caliphate, how would show you you people fighting it, they will go and sit down and be watching you. No, the decision is credible. It is good. It's commendable. Abuja, after all, Abuja is in the center, so that it will give access to people from east, west, north, south. Is a no man's zone. Is a central zone. You cannot call it neither or north, nor south, nor east, nor west. Hey, it looks very nice, but When they finish the movement, the transferring, now they start calling it not. Who the federal capital, who is the director of Federal Capital Territory or chairman or local of Federal Capital Territory? They put their full name. If you talk, they say, go to your land, can you come here to command us? This is not. That is how they do. They will bring out a point very fantastic to intellectuals. It is the southern intellectuals, Yoruba, Igbo, others, they will defend it and even make it work. When they come, they do it. They don't know that they are doing it to the interest of the agendists. That is how ignorant all these our so-called intellectuals are. How ignorant they are. Continue listening, please.
Enjoin journalists to go to all military formations across the country on Friday by 1 o'clock. You are going to see the same thing happening across all military formations, including Naval Training Command Apapa, including the division in Ibadan, including NDA, including Jaji. I was in Jaji in 1994 for my junior division. And every Friday, our gate is thrown open. Everybody comes in to pray in our mosques. Even though they have their mosque outside. If you go to defense headquarters, I serve at defense headquarters as the Deputy Director, Defense Administration between 2015 and 2017. Throughout my 2 years at defense headquarters, I received visitors only twice because of the strict security architectures at the defense headquarters. But every Friday, the gate of defense headquarters is thrown wide open for everybody to come in and do Jumat. That is the time the terrorists have the time to profile our security environment.
Has that always been the case?
It has always been the case. I've served the military intelligence for the past 35 years. It has always been the case. Our problem is religion and social culture.
Are you listening?
I mean, people will expect me to come here and start talking about kinetics, about operation and so on. I've been an operational commander all my life. I've commanded warships, I've commanded troops, I've commanded men outside Nigeria and so on. But I'm not going to come to your station to discuss kinetics. The problem is not kinetics. In 2017,
he said the problem is not kinetics. That kinetics is just brutal force to solve issues. No, he said it's not the problem. The problem is the value system, the religion. That is it. Do you understand? Now, before I continue, let me see, for you to see, the caliphate push Nigerians into pursuing shadow. That is why they say, one news headline say, Nigeria Army launches special call center, 6 citizens help to combat insecurity. They push everybody. They push the very dead bodies into fighting shadow. When instead of fighting reality, human being, you are fighting shadow. Call in case of insecurity. But people don't ask them, where are these 400 mentioned names that are sponsoring terrorist sponsors in Asorok, governors? Where are they? Where are they? No, call centers, and it will go up a lot of money, billions of naira, to set up that call center, all those call centers. It is also another way of making money, and people are busy being programmed to pursue shadow in Nigeria, whereas the main thing is there. No person is talking about it. They arrested the people in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. They arrested some Nigerians, some Alhajis. Now, as terrorist sponsors, they are terrorists. And they mentioned many names, up to 400 names, which the international community know anyway. They know them. On that, many of them, some are in Aso Rock, giving commands. Some are in the Senate House. Some are governors. Some are different, have different political posts of sorts. But Nigerians keep quiet. Dead bodies, everybody keep quiet. Now, church is flourishing, mosque is flourishing, personal protection charms and amulets are flourishing for Nigerians to protect yourself. Whereas they can do something. They can rise up spontaneously to question the status quo. No way. Now, Nigeria Army launches a special call center. 6 citizens help to combat insecurity. You know, they keep you busy now. You know, the caliphate, they know how to keep indigenous people. The morons called indigenous people in Nigeria, they know how to keep them busy. You see people call, oh, I see this, yeah. Whereas they know they are the cause of the sponsors of insecurity. The Nigerian government is the sponsor of insecurity. But who hold them responsible? Can that body hold you responsible? If no, the answer is no. Continue listening, please.
2016. I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Lawrence Shakin then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I
know that if this man didn't talk, that he is a person that queried Niger Delta issue, militancy, corrupted it, nobody will know. That's why I say people walking in the shadows are more dangerous. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? We give credit to Yaradua. Oh yeah, so we give amnesty. But there are people that are at the background doing it's the same in IPOB. People that don't know when ESN was formed or how it was formed, and they don't know anything about today. They want to come. Oh, we are in charge. We are the ESN. Everybody raising fund for ESN. Do you see how ironical things are? Do you see it? If you don't know, if you don't hear, had it been Mazi, our leader was not rendition, you wouldn't have been hearing Mazi Chinas Anworu's voice. You wouldn't have been hearing that he is one of the brain behind ESN. You wouldn't have known. Do you know how difficult it is to transport ordinary uniform, ESN uniform, from point A to point B in Nigeria? Thousands of uniforms. What about boots? What about any, they don't know. But today, they are the people coming to raise fund for, raise for because, they are mad people everywhere, as our leader will say. If this man did not open his mouth to tell you that this corruption of Niger Delta militants, you will not know. You will not know. Why he come out? Because he saw that he have to contribute his quota to know whether he can add to beating, hammering dead body to rise up. Dead body called Nigerians to rise up at least to do something that I go on Africa. But since you finish, nothing. Now, there is one thing, the caliphate. Once you finish, they will call you and say, you have done your worst, Abi. Nigeria, all these Nigerians are in our pocket. There is nothing you can do. We will launch Big Brother Nigeria in television, and they will be watching. No person will even know what you are talking. They will not reason. They will not reason about it, because immediately you are finishing, we are putting Big Brother Nigeria. We are launching one thing to distract attention of Nigerians, because that is how they are. So you can't do anything. Better don't worry your life. Come and go join us. Be collecting money. That is the way they put people to their side. Say, okay, you have spoken. What does he? What effect? What does he affect Nigerians? What? People will go to church. They will preach to them. Say, don't mind the government to hold God responsible. So they will. That thing they watched last night about this man's revelations. They will say, no, it no concern them. They are not in this world. They are in heaven. They are for heaven. I don't know. You see Iberibedism on people. If you in a mosque, I sing, oh Allah, hey Allah, when you need it. So don't think, we will think for you. So who are the people that you are talking for? I know the cabal, the Fulani Caliphate used to laugh people like this, making efforts to revive Nigeria. They will call you and laugh you. Say, what are you? You are finished now? What is the effect of what you said? We are the people that are going to investigate. So one of us will come up on television tomorrow and say, okay, this person want to talk with panel of investigation. Case closed. So you are disturbing yourself. Nigeria is not a normal country. Nigerians are dead body in our pocket. So don't waste your time. Say you want to raise them. No, you cannot raise them. Anything you talk, you cannot raise them. We bring one thing or the other. We invite comedians to be coming on television and be making people laugh. We pay them money. So what is it? People will laugh and forget their tomorrow. People will laugh and forget their future generations. So don't waste your time. Come and join us. Finish for the agenda. Finish. We have captured Nigerians. But they made a mistake. Because IPOB, we are here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rose up the time they didn't even contemplate. They didn't even think about that somebody like this will come out. Somebody with this character. They think he's an average Igbo man. Come anything, bring money. Okay. Like over the weekend. The building hotels, case closed. Our leader came and started opening our eyes on different secrets. That is it. Continue listening, please.
I told General Shakin to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together. I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. And the arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if you go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Shakin asked me, allow me, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Shakin that if I tell you the answer, you're not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us.
You see.
Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yeah. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence. Okay. And the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that will have resolved that problem, because you need to arrest people. And recently 400 people were gathered are sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram.
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And Abu Dhabi also helped us to arrest few Nigerians. Tried them, we know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand.
Are you hearing from the horse's mouth? This is a high-ranking intelligent officer. He directly said that the Nigerian government is part of the jihadism that is going on. He didn't mince words. I don't know how people will understand it or interpret it. There is no proverb there. It's not maybe. He said it direct. The Nigerian government is part and parcel of the jihadism, the terrorism that is going on. They didn't make Nigerians to rise up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go on, please. Listen.
But you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware, and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012.
Yeah.
And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned.
Are you listening? I don't know the people. Are you listening? People that we are presently in the government that were being mentioned by the terrorists, direct. But if you want to take action, the order will come out from above and say, don't do it. Because they are in the presidency. Dead bodies, are you listening? Thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wake us, we IPOB. That we are no more dead bodies. This man, he explained everything verbatim, thinking that at least the information, people will use it wisely. Because information is only powerful when used wisely. Do you understand? But lo and behold, dead bodies are in stone cold death. They are dead. Deep in their death. No reaction. No response to stimuli. It's very pathetic. Please listen. I will soon stop it because there is a place I want it to reach.
Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Land Shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them.
Yeah.
So the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blames. The blames are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blames are equipment that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from, when they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well,
they did not buy this equipment up to.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them and see if we could make some, if you could shed some further light on some of them. Since 2012, I mean, you've been in operation, as you said, ever since that time. You questioned several people. And some people were identified at that time. Did the government at that time try any of them? Or were any of them also in government at the time?
No, the government did not try any of them, and the defense headquarters where I worked then did not pursue that line of operation because it's beyond them. The defense headquarters, actually, when you look at the defense structure of Nigeria, they lie within the policy strategic level, but basically they are operational guys. So when you have policy problem, then they cannot go beyond their masters. They can write intelligence report and say this is what is going on. And we've seen that the present government know what is going on.
So is this a policy problem? I mean, the laws are clear. If someone is said to be involved in something as devious as this, the laws are clear. This person is meant to be arrested, questioned. I mean, it's quite clear. So is it a policy problem? We have the laws. So what is stopping the security agencies from actually enforcing the law, since that's what they are?
I think what is stopping them is like when you are a member of a church and your pastor have decided to be at a certain level of spiritualism, and you're a member of that church, you cannot be higher than your pastor spiritually. You can't, no matter what you do.
So this is the same religion you spoke about?
Yes. In real life, you see that the defense headquarters cannot conduct any operations that is not sanctioned by the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Yeah.
They cannot.
No matter how small, little
they cannot. So when the Yar'Adua government decided to put an end to Niger Delta militancy, that was in 2007. What he did was simple. He called all the security chiefs and all the intelligence chiefs and tasked them to come up with a solution. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, the Department of State Services were called with the Inspector General of Police and the Interpol to come up with the solution to the problem. Then the problem was Niger Delta. The president was Yar'Adua. He was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted our operation under Yar'Adua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiment.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Kanu jet because of, the insecurity situation. They have, the president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to sort this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs. That is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because
So
it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, you know, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, you know, when you say the DSS, and yeah, they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, excuse me, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. You know, when I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the commander-in-chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
You know, assuming but not conceding that, I mean, all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a...
This is where I want to bring out. There are people that want these people, this country to be Islamized. I call it Fulanized via Islamization. This man brought information that is highly priceless. But Nigerians, as usual, they threw it to the garbage because they don't understand the importance of information. That is it. So, the insecurity Abuja that is going to be taken, Abuja, capital of the zoo called Nigeria, by terrorists, overrun by terrorists. America is warning. The people, those cabals, the caliphates, they are the ones behind it. Those that you call when the Fulani men attack and you say, oh, government, come and help us. So, they are the people doing all these things. Do you understand? You know, the man said there is no remedy. Because the people, they are too high. You cannot question them. What is the solution? That is why we are going for outright balkanization of Nigeria. Because there is no way you can fix it. I'm telling you, there is no way you can fix it. The situation in the zoo called Nigeria is a very dire situation, whereby the government, people in power, they are the ones sponsoring terrorism. America knows. America knows. Britain knows. Oh, the whole other international community, they know. You understand? But they cannot do anything unless Nigerians rise up. That's it. That is a sovereignty of that sovereignty nonsense. That is it. So people are giving information, you know, but they don't use it wisely. That is why when you look at a whole, intelligent officer, defense intelligence officer, telling you that there is nothing, these people, they are the untouchable. Because what he said, buying blimps and putting it like balloon, putting it to gather information. If you gather information, who is going to release it? Who is going to command to use that information to attack or to do? It's still the same people will land in their table. So they give their boys information. They release the information to their boys. Don't you see Pantami? They made him Minister of Information, or is it Communication and Digital Technology? Somebody that openly known, somebody known to be openly supporting terrorism. Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, openly, didn't hide it. But all of a sudden it is even some bishops, Nigerian bishops, they pay money, they go and say, no, we are supporting this man so that it will not look like. So you see that in Nigeria, it is the indigenous people that are, gathering fire and lighting the light to fry themselves. That is the reality. Abuja, hear it. If you are in Abuja, better find your way out. Once any place that America, they say they are removing their citizens, run away. It happened even in Ukraine. When every other person don't know, America say, this man, Russia is going to invade Ukraine. Other European countries played it down. Putin even came out and said, no, I'm not going to. He said it, I'm not going to invade, But America started evacuating their citizens. Within days, you see what happened. So, Abuja as Biafran, nothing mega. Remember what happened in the 1960s? The way they will slaughter you, I'm telling you honestly, the way they will slaughter you, you will even rot in the hottest part of hellfire if they have, because you will die out of stupidity. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines. Please don't go out.
We, the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by Saint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, humbly call on traditional rulers, aka Ndeze, town union, churches, villages, kindreds, Ndiamala, and all paternal and maternal homes to hear our voice and hear our cry in this request to please do the needful now before it is too late. We ask all the people involved to try and bury all the corpses we scatter all over Biafra land. For this one, they should say if they bring us spiritual and physical problem, and now they suffer, we know. When you know the root cause of the sickness, the treatment now don't dey easy. I beg my people. Now we don't sabi the cause of the sickness. IPOB don't come with the solution. The research we do show say some dead body don't dey up to 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and the death count. Now human being we go bury on a firewood. Everybody with this one concern, we IPOB the beg una, I beg. Make una do something more, because anybody when person start the journey, when you never reach the destination, in heart no go come down. As we never bury our people, our heart never come down. All the obnoxious high burial demands, competitions, fees from churches, Ndiamala, Omona, in-laws, maternal and paternal homes, why they cause this delay and wahala for our people. I beg, make una try do something. Now all these things they cause in the build mortuary, like said in the build joint, church, filling station everywhere for Biafra land. I beg, mortuary, na factory, na children's amusement park. No. A stitch in time saves 9. With the call therefore, say make everybody try for 3 days when your person kaput, make una bury am. After una go do the ceremony, una go do the effigy wey follow am. Churches, traditional rulers, and other people that matters, I beg, make una chook mouth and chook eye and help us for this matter. Because the person when they pursue cow, they call him name. If he no hold the medicine, he go hold the thing when they dose the cow. Now with the call una, and the one una talk, e go stand. Abeg my people, make we comot this danger, comot our people from bondage. If una no do something, we the indigenous people of Biafra under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no go waste time to do the needful so as to remove the yoke and our people from bondage. And soonest we go begin the closure of many mortuaries for Biafra land. The only dead body wey we wan make it dey for mortuary na the only one wey get case wey dem dey treat. And after they don finish the whole thing, settle everything, make dem bury am. Mortuary no be factory, mortuary no be industry, mortuary no be amusement park again, no be recreational center, no be children's park. Remember, person wey sell land bury im dead body don bury two corpse o. Shey you never know, na we be the owners of the land, and we don tell una the time to cleanse our land na now. Make una do the needful, our land go dey calm and our ancestors go happy wherever dem dey.
Na the indigenous people of Biafra under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dey bring una this message. Please, our heart dey bleed to save our people. Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Today is the 28th day of October 2022, being Obochieke. Our lines are open, but before I go on, let me announce also IPOB Crime Investigation Unit phone number. If you suffer or you've suffered any trauma, any type of crime from the Nigeria military, police, civil defense, or any of them, Ebubago, or if you have anything to complain, to report about them, it will be kept very, very personal. Look at the number, listen. The number is +45 914 98677. Let me repeat it again. It is not number to call, not to add in WhatsApp group or this and that, because our people are fond of that. They will take numbers like even my studio line. If sometimes I cannot, they crash the phone every minute, every second. So they are adding the number on different groups. I cannot understand. So it's very bad. Every day I block, I come out, they put, before you know, they break, they put other one. They put into other things I don't understand. This is IPOB Crime Investigation Unit phone number. You call, it is on, I think it's on WhatsApp, Signal, and what do you call it, Telegram. +45 914 98677. That is it. Our lines are now open. Our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have a caller that has been waiting. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. You are the first caller, please. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening to you, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my lecturer. You're speaking to your brother here, Mazi Chukodi. I'm calling from South Africa. Mazi Jonathan, there's something that has been bothering me. When you started this program, you started with the reading of one of the Ujudua who wrote something in 1967. And since you've been broadcasting, I continue asking myself question: when did these people started grooming our people? Because if a Yoruba man can write an article like this, and so-called Biafrans, the intellectuals, the lawyers, or governors, politicians, and all of them probably they have come across this type of written up. Why other race joined to destroy Biafra. And up till now, you find our people trying to destroy us. If there is any way, please, my brother, you can tell me, when did this Fulani start grooming our people? To this extent, up till now, there's no road in Biafra land, there's no electricity, there's no government present. All we have in Biafra land,
no more railway line. No more railway line in our land. The little one from Iguacha to going to Enugu, they are removing them. Calling our people, calling our politicians that, oh, don't worry, we are going to put a standard gauge, a standard. The one in Iguacha, they said they have removed it since 1 year and 8 months ago, and our people are quiet. Nah, we are. I used to call our people. I call ourselves. I say we are primitive people. And we are still exhibiting primitive character. I'm telling you. We thought that we are still in the 10th century before Christ, behaving like that. Only that this time around there is an aeroplane. People are entering aeroplane. People are driving cars. But primitive in thinking. I'm telling you. Things gonna in mind like this. No person will take it as it's nothing as far as everybody will go continue as if nothing is happening. It's not something, as long as it's not something that maybe it has fixed your shop where you are selling direct. They come and they bring it down. It doesn't cost. As far as you look yourself, you are still selling. You go market or you go work and come and make money. Any other thing that concerns us, even if all of us are going to die in the future, no person cares. That is primitive character. Mazi, go on, please.
Yes, Mazi. Yeah, Mazi. You can even imagine where you're saying something now, and it reminds me. A governor was building a bridge. And the people were saying, this bridge of yours that has lasted, for how long are you building this bridge? He said, you that is asking for bridge, do you have a car? I mean, where is this people? Who are they? Who are these people?
I watch him that video. Now watch, you see, character way here. More that people that are still in the Stone Age. How can you tell some? Oh, you just boy, somebody that. Oh, Chineke, Mazi, please go on. A character and the way we see things, it makes me sick. Honestly, go on, please.
Okay, let me just summarize, because sometimes my head, like you, I feel I'm a very, very angry person when in this quest for freedom that we are on it now. Okay, somebody called Ngozi is in Arise Television. If somebody hearing my voice tonight, to pass a message to that sister that is on Arise Television, or can that woman Njonisi? All you will hear from the mouth of this woman, proscribe. He's proscribing herself and even proscribing their people. And when you come to IPOB, you find doctors, you find lawyers, you find lecturers, you find all kind of people who are seeking for freedom. Somebody called one in Enugu is doing the same thing. Then the man at this stage that our people are being killed, we have been killed since 1945. Till if not of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that come at this point. There was a day our leader was making a program. He talked and he got angry that very day. He said, in fact, all of you have been colonized already. If not the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even at the stage that we are finished as a race. We are trying. He's trying to salvage whatever that is left. Somebody is in Enugu in Biafra land, calling IPOB proscribe. Then I put on a radio. I ain't a and for the another corner. That person that is saying is it a ghost? And now that woman guya kananya guya that wuraka about old woman anya. How can we be killed by this? Okay, Mazi, let me just ask one question, then I drop because I can't finish. In Enugu, they are kidnapping people. In Oduduwa, they are kidnapping people. In all over Biafra land, the soldiers and they are kidnapping people. Who is kidnapping Fulani people in their land? Why must it be Fulani people kidnapping our people? Why must it be one people, one like you, when you were starting your program, people that are less than 3 million are all over the country. They are in the top of all percenters in Nigeria, and also they are in the business of kidnapping. Even go to Kenya to kidnap a person. Who is kidnapping Fulani? Who is on the main road kidnapping Fulani in the Fulani land? Nobody is doing that. So they are the only people who has monopoly of kidnapping. Mazi, Ndewo, thank you. Ndewo.
Ndewo, Mazi. Ndewo. Like that woman you're talking about on radio or television station. Because that is one thing I've seen. Even all these Igbo newscasters on channel, on anytime they call IPOB, even other ethnicities might not put proscribe, but they themselves, they put proscribe. In order to showcase that now we are not supporting these people. You know, these people have destroyed us. You rightly said it, they have destroyed us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu IPOB is just trying to rescue remnants of their destruction. These people will be on television anytime. If he call IPOB 100 times during newscast, he will put proscribe. He will make sure that he don't forget. And you look at the person, it's an Igbo person. You say this type of people, who are they? Where did they come from? God Almighty. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you go on, please? Thank you for holding on. Caller on signal, please. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
I can hear you, Mazi. Very good.
Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Are you hearing me?
Yes. The whole world is hearing you. Please go on.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Very good. Mazi, we have a lot of problems, but what I observe and my own understanding, respect of the governors, the leaders in those ruling the eastern region, just like what our brother said now. Fulani selected compromised people within or outside Biafra lands. Even those they selected, they know their blood lineage. Honestly, they know them. They know either they are criminal. They know they have their record. Like Opus or them, they have the record of Opus or them as a criminal. So these are the kind of people they will know. They would like to put in power, in position. Like that lady called Ngozi, despite the fact that she has heard from the Supreme Court that we have challenged the prosecution of IPOB, which has not been determined by court, and she continues maintaining it every time prescribed indigenous people. She's the one. I don't like to listen to her. But that is the point. My point is that these people are compromised people. And that's what is happening to us. As he rightly said, that our brother rightly said, no government presence in Biafra land, no federal, we don't have national stadium within Biafra land. We don't have a seaport, functional one. We don't have airport. We don't have anything. All they do is to promise them since 1960 till today. And those people concerned, those in power, that could have asked questions, all they are after is to pack their own, make their own money. I believe that Fulani scrutinize those people. Make sure that before you get into a certain position, as long as Ndibo is concerned, you must be somebody that will be compromised or a criminal, or you have a questionable blood lineage. And that is what is happening to us. And we grow up with all these things. Most of us, very soft mind. I never like I never mad. When you talk to them, I say ya punya get you why me o come one but they come. This is the situation we find ourselves. I am telling people, you see black people all over the world, wherever you are, we can never be free unless we understand how the Europeans structure the world and using some useless African politicians to determine our future. We can never rise up. That exactly what the Europeans are doing is costly of Funani in Africa. They're using them. Britain are using them. So last time I called you, I said Peter Obi went to England. I think Mazi Peters, I called you, I said that went to England and signed documents. Maybe, I don't know on whose behalf he signed that document. I saw him, I don't know whether for the shopping or whatever, but actually we saw him in London, in Downing Street, where he took pictures. So why did he went there for? On whose behalf? Now, the question is that the same thing Zik did in 1960. Kana putagori ndo church, kana putagori ndo chemecha kejua emeju. Till today, kemecha kejua emeju. Where the Abubakar, Ahmadu Bello said that they must give them majority in the house. In other words, they don't want independence. As okay, we have been pampering them. Any quota system, any everything. They are the one. Look at Abubakar Malami. If you investigate this guy, already wired, or just certificate of wired, but he's attorney of general, he don't respect the law, and he run back to the court, and they have been compromised. Let me say one thing tonight, and this is my request, not an order, not instruction, but my request. If these people fail to release our leader, I think we will back on total lockdown of Biafra lands. We're back on it. We show these politicians in the East. All this week, you can't see them on the few days ago, all of them are demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Because everybody have been asking questions, they don't want to say something. They are behind what is going on. All of them are behind it. Their interest is not to one Nigeria because they have a house in Lagos, they have a house in Kaduna. That is their interest. And we will solve our future because of a house we have in Kaduna and in Lagos. 4-story building. That Fashola will wake up in the morning and use bulldozer and bulldozer all of them down. That is where we solve our future because of your 4-story building. Or because you build a third fair. Yeah, 2 days, 5 days ago, 4 days ago, they blocked them for Alaba. They don't allow them to enter. Third fair, the same thing. You are fighting inside another person's land. Yoruba land, Lagos is their land. You want to fight them that here is no man's land. No, there's nothing like no man's land. It's the Yoruba land. We leave it for them. And because of that, we have to sell our future, the future of our children. That cannot happen. We will back on certain things to force these people to release our leader. And I think it will incline with that, with no election in Biafra land. Because if that election is their purpose, and they think that because we everybody stamp, they think that they have been subdued IPOB. We will back on as they know us. Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
There were Mazi. There were. Remember blessed too. You know, the DOS, they don't bring out their card beforehand. They are monitoring the situation. So when you bring out your card quick, show your card, they will know. So there are many options, honestly. There are many options. But they will release our leader. It's a must. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Good evening.
There were.
God bless you, Wakineke. Mazi, you know something is that this your line is a very hot line. To get it is very, very hard. So but I thank God today that the word can hear my voice. Mazi, I am calling from my new location. You know, I am an evangelist. One time ago, a brother that called you from Abuja, and I was asking you if I should relocate because of the situation of things. You advised me then to relocate. So now I have leave Abuja and I've been located here close to Igbo land in Makodi. So where if anything happens, I will just find all these backyard way and find my way to my father's home. So, now, what I am just trying to say is that all this why I am living here, you know, the situation here, and I don't need to expose yourself whom you are. So I've been looking for a way to find our brothers here. But the people I've been trying to meet online, even that our brother that used to give broadcast Terry Nemi or something like that in African something post. So I even tried to talk to him through his WhatsApp. He, the way when he saw my write up, so he cannot be able to understand. He just blocked me. I said, okay, there is no problem. So I said one day I will get you online because most of the times I don't listen to your voice because before I come back, then you will finish your broadcast. So I'm happy to talk to you today. So what I am trying to say here is that I really understand the situation of this country. And our onion do lamented this long time ago. He mentioned about what is about to happen now. That the Fulanis, the jihadis, they are going to turn around the country to make sure that they will continue to hold that power. All these promises they have been promising our governors, anyone that comes, they give him money, say you will be the next president. If we go down, you will be the next. I am just sincerely telling you that word of Onyendu, that is what you are broadcasting today. And you can see that British, America have been taking their citizens. So it's going to happen. And I thank God that I am no more there. I'm here now with my family. So I really thank God. I also so what I'm just trying to say, I really commend you and please, I want to get some of our brothers around. So if you have somebody that lives around this location, you can give me.
I will give you a number.
I want to know what is happening.
I will give you a number, but try to send me, if you drop now, send me a message. Just tell me I am that person, that Mazi that is so place looking for to join. Just very short. So that I will record, I will record your number. I will know it, remark it. Otherwise, the number we lost. I will not, because there are thousands of numbers, honestly. So that's what you're going to do. And then I'll give you a number to call. There we
Mazi, increase you. Good night.
There we remain blessed. Caller on Signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on Signal.
Yes, Mazi Chinedu Jonathan.
There we welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. My name is Mazi Fine. I'm calling from my location. Mazi Jonathan, that is a first. Let me just go straight to my point. I thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kokalo. US are wise. I thank the US. Mazi Jonathan, thank you. We have seen what is going on. We have seen everything that is playing right now. This man called Obadiah Mailafia, prophesy, talk about this thing, that in 2022 they are going to start a civil war in order to retain power on their side. And this man that you play his interview with is it channel or Rise station, I don't know the station, still said a lot of things about the insecurity and the agenda of Fulani Islamic agenda towards the zoo Umanuman country. But see, our leaders, our politicians, our governors, they play deaf ear as if they are not aware of what is happening. But let me assure them this night, as the US and the Britain, UK are, evacuating their people out of the Zoo Republic Center for them to be safe, and they don't want to make any noise. They don't want to make sure that our leader are being released from that place. Even today, where then just do their magomago. I don't want to go into that, but I want to assure them this night, if our leader did there anything happen, let our governors and our senators, let them pack and go and meet them there. Because Mazi, I'm not happy. We can never allow them, even their family, even their brothers, their sisters, who refuse to talk to them, for them to do the needful. Simple because maybe they are sponsoring their family, they are helping them. That's why they don't want to talk to their brothers, governors, and the representatives to do the needful. Our leader is innocent. He did not commit any crime. Then keep quiet because of 2023 election. If our leader did not come back before anything happened, before this, if our leader did not come out, something happened. Hey, I'm warning them, let them do the needful and make sure that our leader is being released and come back to Biafran land. We are not going to spare anyone of, even their family, even their brothers who did not know anything about them. We are not going to spare them. Even the pastors, the fathers, the reverend father, the bishop, who refuse to talk about this crime, about this intimidation they are doing upon our leader, who is innocent, who did not commit any single crime. Mazi, let me drop here. It remains these 7 days now. Let's be watching. Let them keep quiet not to do the needful. Let our leader come out from that place. It's better for we to die. It's all
Mazi. Thank
Mazi,
you.
good night.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother.
Mazi.
Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Chukuma. I'm hearing my voice. I don't know why.
No, it's not from here. Go on. Your voice is crystal clear.
Okay. My brother, God will keep you. I'm not in a good mood, but I made effort to make sure that I speak my mind this month. There is no need for us going roundabout or going round and round and round. The present APC government and the dead Buhari, they are the terrorists. That is number one. To fulfill what their father, Ahmadu Bello, said, they used Gowon, they dropped him. Now, the next person they will use is either Tinubu or P2P. But let me tell us something. Our people in the National Assembly here in Abuja, they should make sure they are in Abuja. They are not talking, they are not saying anything. Let me give a short story about Metesini in Kanu. Metesini is a Cameroonian working with the Fulani. He's a Fulani man from Cameroon, just like Atiku. He was in Kanu. Later, he started terrorizing the people in Kanu. The government has power to dislodge even this Boko Haram today, this night. And I will tell us why I said so. So when they forced this Metasine group away from Kanu, do you know where they gang up again? They settled in Jimeta. Jimeta is just the urban city of Yola. And they were settled in a place just near Gongola River, where we have this water police, because there's no navy there, but we have these people that work on rivers, or we like call it, they work on rivers just like navy in the police. They now started killing people. What are they killing? They are killing Igbo people. And when they started killing Igbo people, everybody started running hectare. Then they started killing the Hausas. They started killing the Yorubas. Everybody. So what they did, the Nigerian government that time, I don't know who is the president, but what they did is that in the middle of night, around 1 a.m., Air Force jet fighter came to that area where they are just near the beach. They just use either fuel or kerosene, I don't know. They spread everywhere and they shot people, both animal, both human being. Everybody perished before daybreak. So these people know what they are doing. Why they brought Tinubu and Chetima is to complete their agenda of Islamization and Fulanization. So it's a very simple thing. They will finish those our men in Abuja, both the big ones, because all of them, they are in Abuja. And I pray that they finish them. I thank our leader. I thank Elohim who brought him at this time. Because our leader was saying that they will accomplish their mission 2022. Is it not true? But I know they can never touch our leader. They can never. Because if they touch our leader, I know this fight will never end with the Fulani. For he says he is going to make sure if the truth cannot dislodge this country and we now pick arm in 2 weeks, all those emirs and all these people, they will vacate. So this is what I'm trying to say is that in Kenji, they killed all Biafrans. There are some of them are Calabar, some are Ibibio, some are even Benin. In 2 hours, in a space of 2 hours, and our people, they are campaigning for P2B. I'm sorry. Let me stop here because I'm weak. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Almost hey, Biafra. There were Mazi, Jisike. Caller on signal, please continue holding on. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Please go on. Caller on direct line. Wait. Go on. Let me see.
This judgment that has already been given, and I don't understand why they still going back to court or going to what's the name to
please
to the court
can
to
you
do
hear
whatever
me?
they want.
Can you start afresh?
I just in my own, everyone has your entirety own opinion and what you want to say. I just feel that
Mazi, can you hear me? Please, can you start afresh? I was not getting you before because of some issues. Please start again, please. Go on, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes. Go on. Yeah, yes, go on. Yes, go on. Yes, I can hear you. Go on. Mazi, call on direct line. Are you still there? Go on, please. What is happening?
What I'm actually saying is, this holding up Onyendu, I just feel that, okay, some of this our, what's the name, these are our senators, like you said, the senators and the governors and everything. Nobody's speaking. I'm even thinking about what this Aberibe. I've not heard him say anything since this man has been, pronounced not guilty. I've not seen him say anything. And the rest of the governors, of course, we know, that they are really involved. And, on my own, this is me just saying. I think it's really about time for me to actually, try to, defend on one of these, defend the governors, because they are the ones who are actually, they don't want to let our leaders go. They don't want to let Mazi can go. That's what I believe, and that's what I know that is going on. So I think it's about time we mount a real pressure on them, because if we don't want pressure on this one might think we are playing. And then with the way people are going with the security alert that has been given, and they're not still saying anything, they don't want to release this man. It's really frustrating and really annoying. Even when I heard about what the judiciary said today, concerning after the kind within the next 7 days, I don't know what their plan is. And that kind of put me in a panic mood. And then, of course, but as a human being, you'll be panicked. But on top of that, I just pray and believe nothing's going to happen to him. We should just mount a serious pressure on these guys. That's what I think that should be done. I don't know if you saw the picture of, you saw the video going on Twitter about this guy, Saraki's son. How he was taking rain in the strip club. Did you see that? This is what they do. They come here and steal all this money, and then their sons that are abroad, they waste the money that's supposed to be used for the poor masses in Nigeria. Look at what the son of Saraki was doing on Twitter with a stripper, spending money on the stripper just like that. It's very annoying that these people are doing us. This thing they are doing us is really, really getting, it's really upsetting, and it's just a lot. But I just feel that the DOS, I know they're wise. I know they're monitoring and see whatever is going on. I know they will take a good decision when the time comes. So I just pray that whatever decision they take, let it be for the best interest of us, and then for the release of our Onyendu. I think that's what I have to say right now.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Mazi. Caller on, is it Signal? Let me see. How long have you? Okay, caller on Signal. Can you hear me? You were here before the WhatsApp.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mazi.
The Kwarage.
I just don't know what to say. I just don't want to act in sentiment, but I just know that we are in a very good hands in the DOS. What this useless zoo people are doing is getting me so pissed off that if I don't hold myself, as in I might just one day explode myself with millions of idiotic Nigerians, as in zoo government people. I just want to tell them, let them know that Biafra without Mazi and Kanu, we are not going anywhere. And they should just respect themselves in this their so-called charade that they are doing in that their useless court. I will calm down. They are doing all of those things. Doesn't mean that we don't know what to do. We are all human beings. Everybody must die. Part of it, we are like, not part of it. The day it comes to your turn, you will leave this earth. I don't need to act in sentiment or emotion. I just want us to look at this present as in what the US and the British say, and I want us to boil it down to the policies that these same zoo people are doing. If you watch, they gave these as a terrorist alert. And at the same time, the Nigerian government are now went and start saying that nobody, as if you don't, your naira and all of this, putting all this monetary policy. What I think out of it is that they don't want people to start withdrawing their money to other currency. Money will be in the bank, they will get and confiscate it anytime they strike. Because I know how it is. As soon as there is any or any problem in the country, even the bank itself will even be happy to lose money. So this policy is to make sure that in lockdown in this same of their evil plans. So if you understand what I'm saying. They give out, and at the same time, they now say they want to, change naira. Watch, definitely put money and start looking to other countries. That is the normal thing, and they know that that is what people will definitely do. So they now started, threatening with this their monetary policy that they want to change naira and all of those things. And it has different undertones depending on how you look at it. So back to what we hello.
Mazi, go on and round
Hello?
up. Go on and round up.
I want to still tell Biafrans that I want to tell Biafrans that I have millions of trust. Everybody should watch and realize and pay attention on where we are going to. God bless everybody. Bless your family and the
There were almost here, Biafra. Thank you very much. Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Callers on Signal and WhatsApp. Hold on, I'll come to you. Caller on direct line. Please go on.
Good evening from here. Can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you. The whole world is hearing you, not only me. Go on, please.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi Jonathan. Thank you very much, my big brother. I salute you for the good job that you are doing. I say, may God guide and protect you. I say, our ancestors guide and protect Onyendu anywhere he is. And the DOS and HOD, those of you that are working assiduously to make sure that Onyendu is being free, I salute you. All the whole principals that is working assiduously to make sure that we go home and IPOB all over the whole world. I salute you. Mazi, this is your brother. Good calling you from the UK. Mazi, as you can see, everything is lying down now on DOS. Everybody now is calling on DOS. You see, what I want to say here now is this. On America, everybody now what now, I remember when Mazi was kidnapped, everybody turned on DOS. Their main priority is to destroy DOS. Both the people who go and their agents in America, they send to go and change DOS to ESM. Their agents everywhere they plotted before this. Our people, if our people could be understand things, do you see Lai Mohammed speaking all this while since our leader was adopted? Do you see Lai Mohammed speaking? The answer is no. You're supposed to know. Ask yourself this question: why is Lai Mohammed not speaking all this while? You should have known that the reason why Lai Mohammed is not speaking is because they thought that the money they spend from these agents, they are going to accomplish it by bringing IPOB down. But by the grace of Tuko Gekadiyama, it did not work out for them. They first of all went to DOS to send their agents to destroy DOS. And I'm asking Biafrans, those of our people that if DOS was being destroyed, what could have been our fate? This is what you should have been asking yourself. Because all these things that we are doing, if DOS could have been destroyed by this agent, who is going to tell you what to do? If the Fulanis happens to say today that it's a war they wanted to bring against us, somebody has to coordinate it. Somebody has to tell this is the way to follow. Who are those people? It's DOS. They have to guide us. So our people sometimes will be teaching our people somehow intelligent and how you know, just like the tape you play here now. Let me tell our people something. The reason why you see these people are calling China Sanworu, they were calling China Sanworu, calling him a powerful. If you are intelligent enough, you could have known that the zoo sent these people to know who they are. You could have known. I saw some of these criminals. They will post some pictures that this is Chinas and Woru. They even say that our brother's leader is a Mapowafo. You ask yourself, these people that is trying to know who these people is, what is the agenda? You did not know that this is the agenda of the Nigerian government. The people, the criminals that some of our people are following, they are listening now. You don't ask yourself, why is this criminal trying to know who these people are? But it's because of what Mazi Jonathan play for you today. If the owner, because that is the reason why you see that Yoruba man. He's an agent. This is the what we call secret agent. When you hear CIA, it's them. The people that reveal to you that Abuja is about to fall are not Nigerian government. This is a CIA, American Intelligence Agency. They are the people. The people, have you ever hear or see that you see a former Mossad being interviewed in television? Have you ever seen them? The answer is no. You cannot see them. You can even see, they say to you, this is former CIA agent. You can see American one, former. But you cannot see even former of Mossad. You can't see them. But we have our own to protect our land. Somebody from nowhere, we don't even know. These people did not know how Mazi and the DOS managed to form the security that will save our land. The same security that we that will secure our land. Somebody came and started telling our people that he's in charge. That he's in charge. And some of our people believe these criminals. Believe them. You don't ask yourself, how are you in charge? Were you there? Were you there when this security were formed? He wasn't there. But he will come and be telling you people that he's in charge. Every time they are donating money for ESM. What is wrong with our people? Sometimes I cry. I said, oh, what because sometimes, and now I know that you still listen to somebody. Somebody, you don't know who he is. You don't know where he came from. Coming out here, deceiving our people. And our people keep buying this rubbish. It's a shame that our people want to perish. It pains my heart that our people want to perish. Mazi Ndewo.
Mazi, I don't know whether I have to. We are slowly moving towards the end of this program. I don't know. Let me check whether the voice is coming out, because I see whether I'm just seeing buffering. I don't know. Okay, I think the voice is coming out. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the program. Please go on.
Mazi Mazi Jonathan. I salute you, my brother. You are doing us proud. We salute you, my senior brother, Jidekiji. Mazi, I remain Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. By the special grace of Chukwokika Biama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Paris Zonal Coordinator. Mazi, since you have been lecturing from the beginning of this program, you have at least reviewed or remembered us a lot of things, because you see one thing about our people, that is the Biafran people, especially because when we say Igbo, we are calling Igbos in general, because both the white people, both the Fulanis, both the Yorubas, they know all of us as Igbos. But when it comes in terms of divide and rules, they will now refer you to your village ethnicity or your where you belong, you know. So Mazi, imagine, had it been that there is nothing like IPOB, and today America, so-called America and Britain just suddenly came out and start evacuating their criminals people, because those people you saw there, they are all agents. But I don't blame them, because those people were there to work for their own nation. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them for anything. But one thing we should ask ourselves, you know, it's like a fire brigade. You will go inside the bush, you put fire, then you run out and go and call your colleagues and say, oh, there is fire here. There is fire somewhere here. And the people will not know that you are the one that's on the fire. Yes, we are hearing America gave time. But Mazi, we remember that this America we are calling, and Britain and all these are the nations that they are they are the pioneers of all those things. Had it been that America, are they waiting until things start happening? Mazi, when you talk of Saudi Arabia is the full member of there is a North Atlantic Alliance. This NATO is a full friend of them. They are working together, and the Saudi Arabia is the nation that is sponsoring this ISIS you are seeing in Nigeria and the West Africa. When you talk of Qatar, when you talk of all these Arab nations who are behind all these criminal activities in West Africa and especially in Nigeria, the North Atlantic Alliance are full member and full in cooperative with them. So who are they deceiving? So okay, they want to evacuate their personnel, so that when the ISIS will now take over Abuja, then they will now come from the behind and say, okay, oh, terrorists have come into Nigeria, rescue them. They will now improvise the solution. Just the same way they did in COVID-19. They will go and they germinate bacterians in their own laboratory. Before you know, they will now come up with vaccinations. Mazi, it pains me that the great race that the whole Africa is looking upon, which is the Biafrans, which is the Igbo race, are behaving selfishly, not knowing that the naira that they are using to deceive Igbo people, Biafran people, are just mere paper, mere nothing. Is nothing, because we have something that is supersede all those things in our own land. But our people prefer to take the fake papers, the fake mere papers that the white people printed and they promoted. They value those things more than what Chukwu Okike Abiama has deposited to them. Mazi is very, very painful. One of our brother illustrated to us what our people are passing through in South Africa today on our Mazi Alozie's program. I was some kind of shocked, because you see, you saw in Nigeria we are not safe. In West Africa, Biafrans are not safe. You will see some of us here in Europe. You think that we are safe? We are not. We are not, because some of us are here being deceived by a lot of things we are seeing shining. You are seeing things, light everywhere. Yes, of course, someone who we are living in a darkness, and you suddenly find yourself in a place where there is 24 hours light, to everything is running water. You will run mad, but you don't know that it's not like that. Mazi, without Biafra being restored, Igbo people and Biafran people should just forget anywhere you are. Just buy your own portion of grave and know that this is where they will bury you. Because without Biafra, know that Nigeria is gone. Nigeria, there is nothing like Nigeria anymore. What we are seeing in Nigeria is just a mere gang of, I hate people calling Nigeria government. Where is Nigeria government? Where are the elements of government? This is a group of gangs of criminals who are just parading themselves in the name of government. Normally, Nigeria doesn't supposed to exist up to now. Everybody knows it. Why are they holding our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why must the so-called country they are calling, why must they hold our leader? Is Catalonian agitator, are he in the prison? Other nations around the world, where the separatist people that wishes to go on their own way, were they in the prison? The answer is no. But when it comes in our own, our people, we connive with the enemies. Mazi, let me tell you, millions of Biafrans, whether we like it or not, millions of Biafrans will go down with Nigeria. We are not painting words. Huh? We have to say the truth the way it is. Our people will perish with Nigeria. And this Nigeria, the only people that will be saved are the ones that are awake. We are not begging anybody to join IPOB anymore. I don't beg anybody. If you know, because call the bouquet, call the bargain. It's not only me. So Mazi, thank you. You people who are on the media, please, I beg all of you, never give up. The journey is not easy. The task is not easy. You people are talking to, remember that all of you should remember that after the war, a lot of things went wrong in our land. So Mazi, please keep it on. Chukwu Okike Abiama will be your strength. Mazi.
Remain blessed. We are heading towards the end of the program. Caller on, let me see. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Please hold on. Caller on signal. Let me try to pick this caller on. No. Caller on signal, please. Go on, please. Go on.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother, Mazi Jonathan. My name is Ifeanyi Chukwumada Abuchi, and I'm calling from the kingdom of the Netherlands. We go to our brother Chukwude that called from South Africa. He was wondering when our people or how our people have been sold or staged or brainwashed and condemned to our to Nigeria. I want to remember to our people that Nigeria is not a country, rather it's a system that Britain set up. Even before the independence, Britain rigged the census in favor of Fulani. And then remember that Harold Smith, one of the people who worked in the colonial offices in Nigeria, told us that Britain engineered Nigeria to favor the North so that the North will do their bidding. Because Awolowo and Nnamdi were the brightest, were the nationalists, but Britain didn't want the bright and ambitious nationalists to have power to develop Nigeria. So they handed it to mediocre Fulani, and that's where we are today. So everything that's going down there, Britain is engineering it. Otherwise, they would have given us, otherwise they would have given us, allowed us to go in 1967, or since that war ended, Britain would have seen what is happening in Nigeria and say, okay, because they know that we were not the same people. We were three different people that were joined together to create Nigeria. Now, check this out. The UK left EU. We must not undermine this point. UK left EU that is developed and civilized and democratic. Now, compare the injurious, ruinous, murderous, and retrogressive Nigeria we are going through, and Britain refused to let us get out of it. Oh, they tell you they respect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, as if we were Siamese twins, as if Nigeria was a nation or a country ab initio. So people will not be, asking. This was engineered from the day one to be like this. The chaos you see today was intended. Remember that Frederick Lugard, who set up that damnation, said that these people are like oil and water, that they can never mix. And yet, they set up the damnable zoological republic and called it Nigeria. And so, we talk about our leaders' case. Please, my people, I know it is easy to say. I know some people be having being very uncomfortable, like every one of us. But let's be patient. This is a court case that we play out. We have to. This is Aguche. Aguche naga maramihe. Hane goko ebo ye buhana. Manani ya no Aguche. Entity. Over 7 days, more or less, our lawyers, our legal teams will go to the Supreme Court to argue this case. Because you remember that the Nigerian government have transferred the people who, the justices who sat on the case on the 13th of this month. Now they brought the OS men who will do their bidding. We will wait. We will be patient. We will go to the Supreme Court, and by the grace of God, by the grace of God of nature and God of justice, we will fraud them in their own court again in the Supreme Court. If they are justices, Daniel will come to judge on that day. And talking about insecurity in Nigeria, General T.Y. Danjuma is crying now again. He said to his people, go and Then see how the terrorists who are coming from all over Africa to Nigeria, how they source the weapon they use to kill you. Do the same to defend yourself. Because from Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, all the middle belt, including the whole south, we are under siege. And the people who are pretending to be our leaders in politics, in government, this Fulani government of today, they are pretending like they are doing their best. They are doing nothing. The Fulani man in army or police or DSS uniform is the same with the one with AK-47 that is wearing nothing. Their goal is the same. They want to grab your land, dispossess you, and then do you know that only Benue State have 2 million people in IDP camp, that is refugee camp, in their own state? And you are telling me that this government want to solve it. Just look at the flood in the south and the middle belt. What have the central government done? Are you sure they didn't intentionally let loose the water in order to wipe our food, in order to create food scarcity?
Mazi, they
so
did.
What I'm saying
Mazi,
is that
they did. Is a voluntary, is highly mischievous.
Yes.
That
yes.
is voluntary.
Yes, because you know, my brother, we are thinking. They may think we are fools because we are playing it according to the rule of law, but we are thinking. If you know that they blow every time, a fuel tanker will blow in the south, in the east, in the west, it never blow in the north. And now, this dam, Kainji dam didn't burst, but another dam that Fulanis can effect and control can flood Nigeria. Why didn't Nigerian government build our own dam to receive the water from that dam as it was originally intended? Our people must keep on our thinking cap, but God that created Biafra will not allow us to suffer starvation again, and will give us Biafra. And so Samuel Orton is crying that this government, if anybody who is pretending and contesting to be a president of Nigeria, or pretending to be a president of Nigeria, what have you done to stop Fulani terrorism in Nigeria? My people, nobody but ourselves will save our land, save our people, and save ourselves. And God will bless our leader, give him calm mind and good health, and he will wait these people out. We will defeat them in Supreme Court, and he will be out by the grace of God. God bless Biafra. Good night.
There were. Let me see whether I have a caller on WhatsApp. You be the last caller, please. Go on. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. There were. Welcome to the program.
This is the voice of a good man. I'm looking from Anambra.
Mazi, are you using earphone?
No.
Okay, go.
Is it better now?
I think it's better. Go on.
Okay. I'm calling you from Anambra province of Biafra land.
Okay. I think caller on direct line. Can you hear me? You take the place of the last caller. This one, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. I've picked your call. Can you hear me? For the last time, caller on direct line. No. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, please. Do not call again, because we are going towards closing this program. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, what we do here is to expose facts and figures. It is for you to take the right decision, but we urge you to always take the right decision. Because information, when used wisely, is powerful. It's that time it becomes powerful, according to Wanda. When you receive information and you jettison it, you don't do nothing with it, it's useless. That's it. The insecurity we are seeing today, the jihadism, is highly orchestrated right from the word go. Right from the time of, Nigeria conception. Remember, colonizers, they are conquerors. They didn't come to play. They didn't come to develop you or to make you beautiful as a people, and now they leave you and just say bye-bye, go their way. No. They come to conquer. Colonization, nothing colonizers do will be to the benefit of the people. No. They must have returns. You understand? If they are not there, if they are no more there, they must have their returns or establish a system that will be giving them their returns. That is what Britain did in the Nigeria setting. It is for the individual, the indigenous population, what the colonizers did in our land or in every place. As long as they are no more there is no place, let me tell you, there is no place that suffered colonialism, no geographical position or situation that we are colonized and the colonizers are no more there. That things that the colonizers want set up things to be good. It is impossible unless where the colonizers are, just like South Africa. They want, because the mode of colonization in southern part of Africa is different from western part of Africa. In the sense that in the southern parts, at the beginning, they allowed the immigration. They allowed the immigration for the population. Maybe criminals in Europe, they send them to the colonies. Some are also people that are rejected people, like the Huguenots, people that are opposing them. They'll send them to the colonies, like the Huguenots, Protestants. You understand? So, what they send to the colonies are normally rejected. But when they come, they turn, they live there. But they are still European citizens. No matter they might be criminals that time or rejected people, but they still maintain their ties to Europe. But in a case like in West Africa, where the colonial masters, the Europeans didn't stay, they didn't allow their citizens, even rejected or exiled, to come and stay, have a permanent stay during the colonial period. They are there, they have to have their returns, and that is why they created rubbish. The same way they wanted to do in India. But Indians are human beings. They restructured themselves and pursued England and sacked them forever. That's why you cannot see a British High Commissioner, a British ambassador in India, making reckless statements concerning the internal politics of India. It's impossible. Because these people, they prove themselves to be humans and chased out England, not only chasing them out physically, but they reorganized themselves the way they were before and separated the way they should, instead of being lumped together as one almighty mess, which they did in Nigeria. You understand? And that's why today India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they are doing good. They are doing, at least they are progressing. Obama, all of them. But when you continue playing the same thing, you want to develop or build something the colonizers built there for their interests. Now you want to, you become a president and fix it. You are a liar. You are deceiving yourself, in short. You are a criminal. You are simply a criminal because you know you cannot do it. You cannot be a king, reign in a kingdom you didn't establish, you don't know nothing about. You understand? After going to London, visiting Buckingham, 10 Downing Street, come out and all of a sudden he's a liberator. That is rubbish. They know, the colonial masters, they know that you suffer. You suffer out of sentiments. You cannot control your emotions. And it's just small thing, you'll be jumping up. You don't reason. So that is why they continue doing as they are doing with impunity. But here, IPOB, we are awoken. We are awakened. Before we are dead, but now we are living. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is who we are. Biafra is our identity. As I receive information, the anchor of that program in one of the Zoo journalists info is 99.3. The name is Sheriff Cody. Every morning from Monday to Friday. Okay. That's it. So we must continue. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time to listen to this hallowed platform. This is where we hear enlightenment. We receive enlightenment. You understand? From me, Mazi Jonathan. From here, it is simply good evening.